now. The more that
whatever that makes two people, regardless their age, enter inside the room as husband and wife, they are both age mates. You see that? They are both age mates. Because on what account are you allowing somebody that is not your age mate to see your nakedness? Is it not what adults are doing? This adult thing. You see, that's the thing. While you want Ned to be the bigger person, how about the little one to step up in her thinking, to step up while Ned stepped down for two of them to meet themselves in half the way? And that's why I said earlier that this conversation, we shouldn't be having this conversation because these are personal family matter. But what you want to do here is to pass, and this is one thing I will not accept, to pass the totality of the responsibility to Ned for some weird reason, simply because he's rich, simply because he's older. But how about that other person, the other adult? Age has proven over time that is not a yardstick of wisdom. People can just be wise because of their experience. People can just be wise because it was a gift from God. So age has no boundary in this particular matter. And for the fact that both of you sees each other's nakedness can make the other person not to respect you. And it is allowed because she's your wife. There is no place you will come and say, address that lady, the lady now as my daughter. Despite the fact that she have the girl's mate in her house, in his house. But he will not. He will still address the lady as my wife. So I don't understand.
Malam, just let me just add here. There was something Energy said that I did try find way to agree with them, but something I just feel like let me just say something. So the point he made that when you are about failure of parenting, okay, when you after parenting your daughter still marries someone like Ned, right? So I don't know that the problem he have is because Regina made a decision to marry someone much more older than her, or someone that is polygamous, or the abuse of power. So I don't know where he was coming from with that, right? But
that's like 3 or 4 red flags already.
Okay. And that's the thing.
Red flags.
Wait. Hold on, Energy. Like age difference is not a red flag. Like it's a thing of preference. There are some girls that like older men, right? Like literally. So it's not a when you are parenting, you don't parent to enforce the kind of man your daughter go like, right? You don't even enforce whether they will be gay or lesbian, right? Yes, you can give them all the values you want, but by the time they don't hit 18, they start doing.
Shebe, you are in UK. When is your turn?
No, and Energy, yes, Energy.
When you start making, tell your kids, say, don't worry, I'm open. Just tell me your sexual preference.
No, and Energy.
That's not what he's saying.
That's not what I'm saying. Energy. So I don't want to sit here and believe that every child that grew up to be gay, their parents failed, or every child that ends up ending up in the LGBTQ community, their parents failed. Right? So I don't think it's a function of parental failure. Right? So at some point, like you can train your child to be traditional, okay, to want to marry from Igbo, okay, Igbo culture, but when she find love, she go find a Yoruba man where she want marry. It's not a parental failure.
This thing you are saying here, there is some guy I asked Emeka of that. I said I'm coming to their village. That guy, when one of my boys said that the niece is getting married, and then he told the guy, he said, who is the guy marrying? He said, one Kunle. Why is he marrying a Yoruba person? Why would you allow your sister marry a Yoruba person? You know, that kind of a thing. And then we ended it there. Few years later, he sent us invitation card that
exactly.
This energy, this person Fran Atito. He sent us invitation that the daughter is getting married. When the invitation card come out, I think what you don't date there. You can't be Yoruba person. I can't. You don't say that my in a senior man. I can't say Polo. What's happen now? Are we going to Yoruba land now? Nah, these children will not kill us. So Chevina say where you find love. What can we do now? We have to follow her to that place.
And Malam, you know what? When those other people they marry, okay, from a culture where you know approve of, you understand?
He will have he
must have an opinion. You understand? He go say how na day there this kind of thing they happen. You understand? He will attribute it to like this thing, the parents' faults, right? But now when he came to his door, you see that these are things you have no control. It's not even due to your failure of parenting, right? So that's just the part where we say I want address. Like Malam, the only reason make I just close here. Like Malam, why would they talk of Regina and Ned Nwoko because the things don't go sir, right? Look at the case of when I was asking Honorable that, I asked him of Ojukwu first, right? Nobody they complain of Ojukwu and Biaka today because things was rosy from starting to finish until Ojukwu died. But
even at the point of Ojukwu's death,
yes,
Bianca Ojukwu did not even remarry. She still maintained the same name and the living.
You understand? But at the point of that marriage, do you know that it was a big deal? Like Ojukwu was a friend to Sisi Onu, the then Anambra State governor, right? Like your friend can't want to marry your daughter. Just and it even affected their friendship. Like it was that bad. Yes, at that point, like.
But there's another side of this story that you people did not hear about these two people. Oh. Ned Nwoko and the Regina, Papa, live for
yeah.
for the same building. You don't know.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yes, sir. So, but man, in the case of Ojukwu, like him and Sisi Onu, they were partly like.
Before
if he wasn't okay, go ahead.
Let me first ask you if I make my submission. Why do you think parents control content that their children watch and listen to?
Energy, yeah, that's the minimum you would do as a parent, right?
No. See, because it's part of it, right? I'm not saying you go and tell your kid and say, "Oh, this is who you must marry."
Please.
This is let me finish. This is who you.
I
must
want to
marry.
ask you a question before you finish.
Okay.
Is there any television station where they show how to marry an older person?
Yes, there are a lot of TV stations. You know, if you've not known, actually met somebody as crazy as it is that
we don't have it in Nigeria, so you people can cover that.
As crazy as it is, right? The people that marry footballer, basketball player don't just fall on their lap. They are freaking intentional about it. They put themselves in that circle where they meet them. That's why you see a lot of basketball players, they date the same set of girls. They pass them around like biscuits. Because it's the same set of girls that is within their clique. Right? So, for instance, you want your child to marry billionaire in the future. You are not ready to invest in education whereby the people your child will meet as they are growing up are that same set of people. You're taking the attend at Jangbadi, whatever. It's only by sheer miracle that, it's going to end up with one of them. You get what I mean? Why do you think Jews always marry each other? They start from young, but hold on now. They start from the young. The schools they attend, bar mitzvah, they attend the Sabbath, all of those things. They take them to all of those recitals. I've forgotten the one they do at age of 10. I think bar mitzvah is one they do at age of 16, right? So it is not until now they now get to 21 when they want to marry. Now you are coming as Baba and saying, I want him to marry Yoruba man. You must only marry Igbo man. Unfortunately, my friend, it's too late. That's why I said, are you involved in the decision-making process? Are you involved in the process of his development, right? As it's developing. All of those things that I'm just getting started.
The person of that Yoruba, now Maryland, the guy, the guy just, now Maryland, the UK, the US, now so they come, they mock people. You
And
want come
see,
one
see,
fifty?
the US is even more it's more difficult place because there are not a lot of exclusive Igbo society or Igbo community or Yoruba community or something. You will even be happy. Let's say if you're picking, for instance, find a Nigerian, right? The lot of thinking
Thank you very much. That is
in
taking us
Boston.
back to, it's still
Oh,
the same thing
oh
that we are
no.
saying.
Is no, it's not the same thing. No, we are talking
No,
about
what
tribe.
I'm trying to say
We're
here
talking
is that,
about tribal preference right now, right?
no, I'm not talking about tribal
It's the same.
preference.
It's the same thing as religious preference. There are a lot of people in
Look,
Massachusetts.
talking, wait, I'm not talking about tribal preference. My point here is that what your children will meet after all your training in real life, it could come in any form. Let's
It
assume today.
cannot come in any form. It's a function of
Wait, I
who
am
they
coming.
are.
Let me paint.
How
Let me paint a hypothetical situation now.
mm,
You've told you, because you will not tell her, oh, you will not marry old person, because you will never imagine that. You're putting her in all the places where it's good, even in a workplace that is good. And suddenly he met a very, very nice guy who is older. One thing you should understand is that it is just a matter of who is paying attention to the needs and the emotions of this person, is what gets to the heart. Once that person can fill that void appropriately, it's over. By the time you come back and start saying, is that why how I brought you up? They will tell you, Papa, come down. Ah, now why they do like this? Daddy, why are you doing like this? I love this guy.
do you even know that there are a lot of kids that are so close to their parents? Like if a guy asks them out like this, boom, their mom knows about it. Their mom is their best friend, or their dad is their best friend. You got what I mean? Their mom, their dad is their best friend. It's not until now it gets to the age of marriage, then you now be telling mommy and daddy, say, oh, by the way, this guy, by the way, this guy. You got what I mean? Let's say, for instance, I've met parents that, for instance, they want their kids to marry Muslim and they live in Western world like the US, right? A lot of them are intentional right from young. They make sure their kids goes to the mosque, recite Quran, all of those things, you know, and it's kind of help. It's kind of help. I'm not saying if you don't do all of that, you will not meet a Muslim, but you have to understand the terrain where you are, right? It kind of helps. So you have to be intentional about, okay, we are bringing up these children. This is the type of society I want them to be exposed to. This is the type of school, we need to be involved in decision-making process, all of those things. And not just career only in every part. It's like guiding. That is what they call guide, right? It's like a coach to somebody through life. Sure you guess. So that's what me I'm essentially saying. Because if not, somebody will come and teach your picking something. Not even this word that mostly young girls are waking up and everything they are teaching their kids or their fellow friends is, at the age of 17, you need to have a car, you must have a house of all of those stuff. So if you don't teach your kids what is actually more important in life, they're going to be exposed to a lot of other things. And unfortunately, kids their age will not give them that thing that they consider as most important to them at their tender age. Tell me now how is 17-year-old, 18-year-old feels like buying a full-blown car, owning a house is the priority, priority, priority. You got what I mean? So if you don't put that kind of value into her
Yes,
right
I
now,
get that part. You see, this one you are talking about now, all these street girls now, like, okay, yes, I get what these ones, but uh, well, anyway, let's not. It is okay, but the mother of that girl was fully behind her in that marriage. That means she was speaking to somebody. For whatever reason, the mother wanted to marry her out. It's up to them. But what I keep saying is that we will do our best to train our children and give them the best. Not give them everything that they need, but the best for them, and leave the rest to God. Because at the end of the day, many of us that did courtism in the school, is not that when we wake up in the morning, we don't pray every morning. Or the Muslim ones don't pray 5 times a day. They do all that, but when they come out, they choose a path that they want to follow. We see pastors, reverend fathers, bishop, and everything, and their children were born down in the street of Aba for one criminality or the other. You will not say that the reverend father or bishop failed as a man that is building a congregation and the morality in society, but could not do the same for the children. I mean, it do happen all the time. So anyway, I don't know. People must definitely make choice for themselves, and I will
Mama,
not.
you know how they say na preach pastors children where they always they corrupted, right? It's not like they like those guys literally grew up in the temple of God, right?
They
Like
grow up in the temple of God. I know the temple of God, the child at that time who only in the court. And like the day I found out that this guy, that his father is a bishop, he's not even an Anglican bishop. I was like, Chineke. So what do you have to tell me now? The father, his father is a figure in society everybody respects. So anyway, I don't know. No. My point in everything is leave the children to make their decision. Don't interfere in their decision making. Because or if you go where people are saying their own, because you know what reason why I mentioned this Ogbashuku guy. He believe he have all the training. He has given all the training. And look at his own. That thing he used in mocking the other person is mocking him. So that's why I said I'm not contributing anything in this conversation other than here to cut out arguments like this unfounded may they not drop me unfounded blogger. We don't know. Maybe somewhere.
Alan Green. Life. The truth is that everyday life, things change. Preferences change, and even certain generational change in how things are handled and life is lived, and how the people put priorities. So it's not. Yeah, you cannot equip someone completely, and some people are not going to be contented. There was a time that if you wake up, your neighbor is cooking rice. You can smell that rice, how they do fried rice, whatever rice you love, you know, and in your own side, you only have to drink gari and coconut. You'll be fine with that. But now, not a whole lot of people are going to be fine like that. They want that rice that their neighbor is cooking. Whether they can get the one that the neighbor is cooking or not, or somewhere else. Now it's not even the neighbor; it's the next what do you call it? Restaurant. What do you call that restaurant? All these fast food restaurant places, fancy places. So most especially for young people, they might not be able to have the finance to purchase that. So they're going to make decisions that people are going to look and front. Some of them in nowadays majority. So it's sad. So energy has said it. You socialize your children in the way that you want them to go. You try to put them in high, end school if you have the resources. That their relationship with people will be people that you will love and maybe have the same value system. But again, things can swing to the other side easily as well. But you can only do your best. Just remember that, the world is changing every day. People, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook is going to influence a lot of people. Even ordinary going out on your street, if you live in a city, you're going to be influenced somehow by things. So now it's up to that person when they get to a certain point in life and they say, do I want to follow this or do I want to just live my life the way I want to? So that is what is going on in today, and it's going to affect a lot of people, whether we like it or not. Yeah, I'm not going to this topic deep. I will stay at the periphery. Thank you.
Mohan and Anita back the space so she
Yes,
can continue the agenda.
the agenda suffered some setback. Suffered some setback.
Some setbacks.
But no problem. No matter what happened, we will drink our alcoholic sober and have a good sleep. But we can change the topic if you want to get any topic. Sisi Annie, Annie baby, are you there?
That's the, I think the mistake where she make before she puts her agenda, she's supposed to call for back channel for pre-approval. You understand?
Yes, she did get the approval.
The thing, this is very weird. At the end of the day, everybody knows where everybody stands. Okay, and I've made my point. And my point, people that have ears, they've heard my points, and at least right now, like I said, I've made my.
We are not saying that your point is
But
not
Ada,
heard.
are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
But Anita, you know that the first day we spoke about this thing, we all sided with Regina. We blamed
You
Ned
have
for making
never
the mistake of
sided
even
with
going into that marriage first.
Denzel.
No, now Chelon, wait.
Denzel,
You know we blamed
don't
Regina. Wait
don't
first.
lie, don't lie,
We
because you've always been
wait.
crying in a rose, Ferrari, blah blah blah.
No, that one na my own pass for Regina. She said it now.
I
You
know
remember
that
what we wanted to protest?
I read, you know, the dagger that sticks so bad was the social dagger. You know, when social came, Anita was expecting social as a feminist
The truth,
women defender, and the social did 360. I mean 180. On the run.
that's the problem here. Like this thing is not even for me. It's not even a joke. That's just a problem. It's not even a joke. I'm not even here to look for anybody to side me. Like I said, I've pushed my message out there, and the message remains justice for Regina. So every other
But
one,
Anita, you know, say guys, 80% of men when they tweet that they side somehow, like they know they too really blame Ned for this whole thing. They find a way to support
of
Ned for
course,
this whole
it's
thing.
African men. What do I expect? I was not expecting Nigerian men to support.
So now you are calling us
It's
African
not
men.
a gender war. They're not talking
It's
about gender
now
war.
a
Because
gender war.
everything is gender war. I
No,
look at
Anita, when you and I was doing Natasha,
Malam,
it was
They don't
Natasha.
go remember that
Malam.
time.
No, the thing is, it's a very this thing, because when you look at it, people are only talking about money. They are not talking about what this young lady is crying out for. Nobody's talking about it. Not
Yeah,
everybody is
it's because of
about it.
what the lady has been saying now. You see,
That's it.
Regina follow
Your
big
argument,
her
your
feet.
argument,
And
your
see,
argument.
madam, you know, say at some point I say, what is the bone of contention, right? They are already separated, and I factor said now only the kid will be this and that. I mean, like a couple of people, I think that way go back there. We mentioned that same thing I mentioned. So she's not caged. She don't leave the marriage. She have even posted it. They call the guy ex-husband, right? Any other thing, if now assault, she can file a police report, right? Then the guy with the jail, him brother with the jail, right? That me, I feel like that is
How can
even
he file a police report? You think with Ned, you can't file a police report. This person doesn't show up in court. He never showed up for one day, and court still continued to hold. Though in his absence, he just had a representative. Eventually, he still didn't follow the court's decision to hand back that child to the mom. Like we're dealing with Nigeria now. Do you now suddenly trust the Nigerian system, the court system?
of course, I know. I
You
know. Say the law would be perverted to favor Ned, anyways, because he's a high-powered
yeah, it's a high profile.
profile
But
person.
again,
Yeah.
there is something.
Her best bet is to go all out on and she's fighting the only way she can fight in Nigeria. That is the only way because the courts,
But
the only system will help you.
so, but honey,
Only
about that,
help you.
look at this angle. Like this whole part where we say in don't indict the girl, say the girl they na drug user, and the girl have accepted
No,
it.
honorable. I don't think that would favor her. The reason
You
is there
understand?
might be
So even that child court,
jealousy on the other part of the Nollywood people that are supposed to be carrying that fight.
so Ramsey,
Yeah, and he actually gives a lot of money to all the Hollywood actresses, right? I feel bad for her. Only one of the ladies, apart from the older kids, of course, with the first wife, only one
But man,
of the women has ever been able to get her child back. That one.
man, I'm not get that kind
So
of money because he get the kind of money where they see where they fly here and there, right? Like
I don't know. I don't know how rich is a rich guy.
because there's a statement he
but
may say in the past couple, he don't give the woman 125 million. So this guy get that kind of money. The mother of Ned,
wait,
the mother of
100
Regina, sorry.
125 million is not that much money, oh. My dear. It's not that much money for a senator. If they give him one or two, based on one or two contracts, he can drop that money. That money is small money. But that's not what we're saying. So my point here is, okay, you want out of the marriage. You have drug issues. You see, when you
They
want
were not legally married, right? So she can just carry her
I'm
bag,
coming
walk
now.
out.
I am going to understand where you're going to. You have all these issues. Why don't you first of all get yourself? And the first thing first is get yourself out of drug. 100%. Be out of it. And then fight. Now you are fighting from two fronts. You are battling with drug addiction, and you are battling with a man that
knows how to use
has,
that against you.
not only will use it against you, that has everything to oppress you. The more you make noise, the more he's tackling you, and the more he's tackling you, you might end up doing overdose one day if you're not careful.
Exactly.
So this battle is not a well thought out fight. You have to plan what
get
you
off the
will
drugs
do.
in his house or outside of his house.
No, she's already after the house. You don't already leave. She can still. For me, yeah.
You can.
So on about that.
quietly-
See, they make. I think Anita made that saying they say come back and complete your rehabilitation. Of
Yeah,
which
because he wants to trap her in the house. So
Ned doesn't have the right. Ned doesn't have the right to tell her to come back and complete it in his house, right? But however, she went to get into catch the girl, not the children. That's why, because the condition for you to see your children might just be to win yourself out of those drugs. You understand? That's why you have to come back.
See, ma'am, sorry, comrade. He wants her back in the house, right? It's not because condition for children. The man gets quite like possessive, like you can't get away from me. You need to come back.
So what is the leverage we can get against Regina now for her to come back to the house?
Of course, he's holding the kids, but whether
That's the
he,
case.
whether even if he didn't have any kids with her, he would still want to come to the house.
But he cannot enforce it now if there's no
Can't
kids
now.
involved.
On this one, when I heard what was going on, like, this one don't finally jam the one her strength. Her strength matching her own strength for craziness.
But you
because Regina may be that kind. She's a famous. She's like a celebrity.
I
that
hope
cannot
she
just
uses her Gen Z on his the maximum. She should use a Gen Z to the
exactly.
maximum.
No, but comrade,
comrade,
there is one thing.
Honorable, I don't know if you have read a comment online. I've read a few on Instagram.
Yeah, she's been
how people
quiet.
like combine.
Yeah.
How people people are actually attacking her and say, "Oh, when you were enjoying and peppering us, when you said that you wanted to cry in
She was a bit arrogant then. Now why that's
Uh-huh.
an article where they make had to attract it back.
Exactly my point.
Little girl, so of course she was.
He was online.
Yeah.
All her posts were online. She
Honorable.
said a lot of nonsense online, and she's coming back online to complain. It go hard for people to support her completely. That's the
Trust me, there are
problem.
still people that are
she's facing.
looking beyond, her stupid. Like
Yeah,
she's a girl. Even people who know the situation, they still behave like that, right? But
guys,
what is she going through? Can we face
like that statement is better I cry in private jet, right?
She has said a lot of bullshit, and people
Now
she's
you're
crying now, so let her continue crying. That's what people are telling her. But that's not what I'm saying.
And these are actually women. Mostly are women that are saying that.
Yes.
From what I've read.
Women who would jump. A lot of these women are women who would jump, like they would jump on Ned's schlong. Like
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, so that you know where some people's biases are coming from, right?
No, you can't prove it. That people, you see, this is the thing. I've seen so many ridiculous takes of that girl during the NSAS. He called them. She described them in the worst term. the protesters. She described the protesters like as these guys are not serious. Like, what are you people doing?
Russian flag.
No. You are talking of Russian flag.
Okay.
The one of protest.
Yes, now maybe end bad governance. I mean, NSAS they talk.
No, NSAS.
Ah.
Yes, that was when the peak of their marriage. I think it was she newly married or something, and she trashed the people. Go and look for the tweet for the Instagram this thing during the end back governance. She was making some comments. Look at them. When government to do something now, she was supporting. So there are so many things people are holding on against. But my problem is, you cannot be a drug addict and you go to a fight that will make you submerge yourself into more of drug, because now she's afraid of what will happen next. She does not know what she's happened. Many things are happening at the same time. The only succor they get is more dose. So as they're getting high, they just keep increasing their dose. They keep increasing their dose, and let nothing happen to her. And somebody will come back here and blame this guy. And again, what it shows is that, and this is something some mothers do. Because I will blame the mother. You draw the daughter away from their father, then mastermind a journey to destruction, and then when the thing happens, you withdraw yourself, share your story, because the person has been dependent, the lady dependent on you in everything she's doing. She cannot muster courage and come and say, you are the one that did this one. So will she be fighting the mother or fighting the husband? Which one will she be fighting?
Malam, you know that video where she posted recently, was it 2 days ago?
I thought you said you are not involved.
Well, I have a hot mic, in case you don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, Malam, let me just take it from here. So there was a video where she posted a couple of days ago, right? In that video, she was talking about how she cried and cried that she wants to marry and nobody allowed her. She had to leave the house and they were looking for her to go to the police. So which means originally her mother was not in support of that marriage originally, right? But because she was hell bent on doing it, you understand, for peace.
If you believe that story to be true, I have a house to sell for you.
You think she was lying there? Like
These are cooked up stories.
but you know why I would believe it? Because any rational mother no go. I mean, you first face opposition to marry somebody up to 50, how many years older than you. Even if
the
concession will
money
come
is too
later.
much. The mother is looking at what
Yeah,
she will get.
Malam, yes, but at the first instance, there will be opposition. There will be a no first before that, yes. Let's be honest, right? No mother
Yeah,
will
there
say,
might be a no. There might be a no in the beginning, but once they don't drop some envelope, that type of energy drop that year where make Anita leave me in the middle of the battle. You see that they will change their position and they start saying, okay, no problem.
yes.
If you
So
tell me if you want to marry,
so my point now is at the point where that time now when she talk that story, perhaps there was still opposition from the family. Right? We make them cry, say she can't go police station. You understand? That she wants to kill, where they can't find them. So maybe at that point the opposition was there. Maybe the mother later came around. You understand? Because one thing I know parents do, if you don't try, compare your kids not to do something, the next thing you will do is to support their decision. You understand? Like that, your friend now, where okay, in one making children marry within the same culture, but now in child don't want to marry someone from Yoruba, right?
no, he never said that he wants his children to marry within other culture,
Okay.
within culture. The only thing, the remark there is was he was laughing at
which means
somebody.
it is something he don't agree with or approve of originally. If he had a decision, so
and then when the thing
yes,
came home.
So when the thing came home, trust me, he opposed it initially. Right?
I think he opposed it. In fact, if you see the joy in his heart,
yeah, man, you only saw the joy. You like at the first instant he had the news, you don't know what his reaction was. And later on, he will later decide to support his side, right? Uh-huh.
In Maryland, the US, you go say you no go support, you demand. You don't have any choice. In Maryland, both of them are in Maryland, and you say you don't have any choice. You don't have any choice. Your own day is to do whatever they ask you to do.
Yeah.
Just come to the wedding on that wedding day and be shining your teeth. That's all. So you don't have any say. Anyway, Sha. So my whole point is I feel the fight is not strategic. You have a drug issue and you are
You
going
know
into
what
a
I
fight.
feel? Somebody have said that they'll come together. They'll come back together. They'll settle this thing. But yeah, yes. The only thing where I want, if they settle and let it be that okay, they want to settle it because Regina is happy. Because at the end of the day, she's the one that wants to leave the whole thing, right? So I don't want it to be like okay, she came back out of duress or because of the kids. Because now only that kid now, those children, I said 2 kids.
There is no way that lady will be happy coming back. Whatever she's coming back to do, my own is let her just go and get help first. Clean up yourself.
Yeah.
Clean up yourself first. You can fight another time. And a lot of damages has been done, like irreparable.
Yeah, but so
People have battered yourself. So they just whatever they are doing. She went a bit too far, both of them. So
yeah. So man, I mean, I've never seen a case. I mean, most of these cases, right? Maybe a high-profile man, okay, is getting divorced by a wife in Nigeria setting, right? Most of the time, like they'll always want to, like they'll use their influence, right, to keep custody of the kids. So I don't think that this will not be the first or last to do it. See that time where Davido they get issue with this baby mama then, in my day mother, right? You know what they get fight to get custody of that kid, like when he got involved with Dele Momondo. And this is just the case because Davido's father and a nice man. You understand? That's why okay, at the end of the day they came to a compromise. You understand? But if you meet a vindictive person like Ned, okay, because like anyways, so that's just it. But yeah.
nah, as I am here now, now more happen for my children outside. They come and matter the show. Everybody know that one. I can't leave them up for anybody.
Exactly. Man,
Yes.
we've had issue of couple we don't separate, right? We say one of them they travel overseas, right? And when you are traveling overseas with your kid, you need a consent letter from the other spouse if the kids
Yes.
are underage. Most of the time, right? These parents need agree sign that consent, like the other party, which is always the father. They agree sign that consent. Regardless of the fact, say, okay, these kids are going out, they'll meet better opportunity and everything. But when the man calculates, say, okay, yes, the pro now say the kid will be given a better opportunity, but the cons is that I may never see these kids again. Because of that, they refuse to sign that consent letter, right?
And how do they verify? How would they verify that you are the father?
So what my cousin did this thing, man. He sent a letter to immigration that anytime that the wife is traveling, they must contact. They must have a consent. You can do that.
Yeah, like it is even a requirement. So even if immigration,
No, it's by default. It has to be,
the guy was
and it
so
has to be
petty that he wrote a
notarized.
letter. The guy is a petty person.
the guy is just taking additional measures.
I mean, I think his cousin is here. His first cousin. This is my father's cousin. Is my second cousin. His first cousin comes to these places. The guy is so petty.
Yeah. So that part where we say that instance when I entered with that 2011 where I don't know whether now for airport when they go collect the children. Remember now airport where Davido and the
Sorry,
papa
I didn't want to interject, but that
go.
story has come and kill like I just.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, now the source where I did interrogate, but yeah, I mean, until I hear first hand from 2 of them on that story, maybe third party reporting, right? So remember, that maybe by force to go Dubai, like there was a time where we say like
that one no be by force to go down at Davido and
now Davido and this girl, now still that this
Dele
issue.
Momodu's cousin now.
Yes.
Dele Momodu's niece, Sophie.
Dele
That's her name
Momodu's
now,
niece,
Sophie.
sorry.
Sophie,
yeah.
thank you. You understand? So now this kind of issues, right? So even like, so this thing happen all the time, right? Because I mean, Ned insurance against this girl, that's those children. You understand?
I mean,
So
comrade, I
uh,
didn't know how difficult it is. Like, if you're not married legally, how difficult it is to you magistrate go advise, they go committee. It's a difficult process.
no. They don't, the separation is not the issue. Now just to carry your bag, walk come out, which you've done.
Yeah, but
She has already done that.
I'm talking about the legal
Now,
separation. For example,
no, there's nothing like legal. They were not married, but they don't do court wedding.
so if they have children,
Are you talking about a Ned?
So the only thing, the when children is involved, the only thing now custody. That's just the only thing.
that's what I'm telling you.
Where we go court.
The custody battle now. That's what I'm telling you now. Because
Okay.
so I didn't know that birth certificate is the most important thing. That they'll first of all bring the birth certificate. They affirm that your name is listed as the father on the birth certificate of the child.
Yeah.
Then now there while I go start.
No, of course. Now two of them get picking. Now that one is not a contest, right? Like that is not debatable. Now two of them get the children. Now we will keep custody of the child, right? Like in fact, so most times now mothers they win that custody battle because
in Nigeria,
wait a bit. So by default now mothers they win that custody battle because mothers are considered the nurturer, right? Yes. So if that can go court, most likely by default now this get then the woman supposed. But now when the man proves that you don't have capacity to have custody, which Ned wants to do with this drug, which is, you understand? So with this drug, this thing element now, it is almost certain say if this thing go legally, Regina will lose custody because it is proven like it is on public domain that she has a drug abuse problem, so she cannot parent a child. Like she's not in the right mindset to parent a child. So then before they start talking of financial and conducive environment, but that one alone, right? Put the whole thing in Ned's favor. But yeah, Emeka, you can go ahead.
but in the case of Davido and Dele Momodu's niece, I think Davido is not married to the lady. If they are not married at any point in time. So, in a situation where when you are married to the person legally, Ned, I understand it's a traditional marriage, but in a situation where you are married to the person legally in Nigeria, and the children has grown to an extent, like the custody, do they need to debate the custody? Like, who's going to actually take care of the kids? Is it not automatically going to go to the
Okay, go ahead.
Going to go to the man? Like, I'm talking in Nigeria terms. I don't know whether it's
the custody battle, right? Is so now custody now who will keep the child. That one day constant, right? Man can drag that custody. You understand? So in a case whereby now baby mama, you are not married to the person.
No, in a baby mama's case is understandable, but in a case when you are legally married to this person, like, and the children to an extent they've grown to an extent, like, is it debatable who is going to actually keep the custody? Like,
yes, it's debatable.
If the man insists, if the man insists, do you need to come with drugs issue, like bring some certain issues to like actually prove that okay, this lady is not capable of training these children? Or I'm saying it's a situation where you are legally married to the person, no, in Nigerian terms. So is it in anywhere in our law?
Yeah, I mean custody battle, like it's the same element. Like who will keep custody, whether you are legally married or legally is secondary, right? The thing where the important is the two of you now get children, right? So who will keep that legality of it, that being legally married. Of course, first of all, if there's a legal marriage, first of all, you guys have to divorce first, then you talk of custody battle after dissolving the marriage. So, but if there's no marriage to dissolve, because you guys are not legally married, so you just move to that custody battle first. You understand? So I thought what you were asking me now, the baby mama situation. You understand? Which
no, not the baby mama.
hold on. Let me. Yes, I don't answer that question now. I've answered it. You understand? But there's another side of it. You know that baby mama issue, right? I've actually looked saw this whole thing happen. I think that was David and yeah. The only thing now, okay, when a baby mama starts seeking for child support, you understand? Because the child support law only I mean, it kind of just looked at, okay, when you guys were married and you guys are no longer married, but baby mama issue, like, so now a baby mama more or less will be disadvantaged to start dragging a man for child support. You understand?
Because the man did not like do anything like legally on you, right?
Yeah, so in Nigerian laws, yeah, so something like that. Yeah, so that's just where I see the difference. Okay, but yeah. Okay.
Comrade, see, comrade, if I go advise Regina, I would advise her to stay up with it for now, find a solution to her drug issue, then come back for her kids. She can't win net now. There is no
She
strategy
can't
she
win. She
goes that
can't
she
win the
can
guy
win
because
net.
the guy is a high profile person, right? So we go have that.
It's just like FFK and what is that? What is that?
Chiwendu.
Chinwendu. So at the end of the day, after all the whole public sympathy coming to rant on social media and all that, how it take end? At the end of
And
the
you
day,
know what is surprising me for that one? FFK is not even that powerful. Like he wasn't even in government, and he could bully the girl. Like you understand, talking of a city senator.
yeah, exactly. But he still find his way to bully her. And at the end of the after all the whole ranting and everything, waiting happened. FFK is still with the children. So the children are still under his custody. So at the end of the day,
So
now
that's
who
the
know
teach.
person?
Choose your battle very carefully.
I mean,
And choose the
Regina has already lost this kid already. She cannot win this
Man,
kid.
if I be woman in that situation, before I start that fight, I will first carry those kids run away. You get? Like
you think Ned is you see Ned as Mugu.
No, you cannot run away from somebody like Ned now. They will trace you to anywhere you are now. That will not be case, comrade now.
To trace you the next day.
To trace you is not a problem.
Now just drop some money for IG. They just call IG. I need this person now. They will provide you the next 24 hours. You are not even a fugitive. You don't even know how to run. So how are you going to do it? So forget that one. Forget that one. You can't go anywhere. You can't cross the shore without the approval. So
I
you
remember when
can't cross the shore. You can't do
when they
travel
started
pass.
this their love. I don't know if you can. That was then. Now before the whole thing came out to the open, I think within the space of 1 month, what is it called? Regina was just buying car. Today she could just steer one car. Hey, congratulations, baby girl, congratulations. After like 1 week or 2 weeks again, she go tear another car. Like in the space of 1 month, she tear up to like 4 different cars. So we're like, how this girl now the same movie when all these actresses they ask now waiting Regina the art
Before they got married, Abby.
yes, before they come review say, oh mom, say they get something to do with
That
Ned
get
Nwoko.
money. Oh man.
Pray for the girl. That's all I will do.
Yeah, just put her in your thoughts and prayers.
In your thoughts and prayer. It's not easy.
But
fight
another thing
somebody
again, that is brother, is the guy that jobless. Because I don't get it where a man like that, a full-grown man like that, it would like you just be living off your sister. Like you are just always in her business. Like anything when she and Ned they do or they talk, you are just always there. You see that the guy does not have a life of his own. Because from waiting Ned and narrate, he don't try to make the guy stand rent. He rented the house for him in Abuja here. He try as much as possible to fund his life, musical lifestyle and everything. You see that the guy does not have a life of his own. Like you literally just want to involve yourself in everything that concerns Regina.
Well, but even going to go damage Ferrari car, that was extreme, to be honest. Like, well, are you not complicating matters for your sister? Like what did you actually achieve with that?
See finish be that. See finish. See
God,
finish.
God punish Ned Okonkwo.
Comrade,
God punish Ned Okonkwo.
Another star speaker don't come.
Another star speaker don't come. I don't know whether she will sustain the.
Ada did her best.
They went to recruit. They went to regroup.
Anita. Ada even don't come. You know, say Ada was supposed to be
the backup.
That's supposed to end this case.
Supporting striker.
Yeah. Ada struggled. Ada struggled anyway. No, I think Ada came at the wrong time
from my
when
family
Ayo and
house.
Social did.
Wait, I just came back from my family house. Where one of my auntie was gisting me how she was Panet's accountant. I've been an account manager. Panet, they say it's money, no get shishi na seasonal money. Say once the money come like this, different girls go line up with check. You go give them check. You don't they owe them. Maybe you fuck them in May. You go give them check. You don't know when the money go come. So as the money just enter, they said now, so she said the girls go line up the come meter. Say that time 250k, 500k, 250k. There is only one girl in particular used to give 1 million. The rest 50k, 150. That's how the money will go.
This
Fiam!
one no enter. This one no
Fiam!
enter.
That's how the money will go.
Which
Fiam!
one be
No,
50k?
I
no,
then
Such
I
an
don't land though.
Are we
irresponsible
running?
man.
Are we
Such an
ready?
irresponsible man. So now so
Even
you go
comrades
gather.
that go
Now
give
so she
pass
go they
pass
come.
50k.
Say
Which one be
she go
50k?
even tell them, say, she said when the guests come sometime, they'll say, oh, they are looking for Miss. She'll say, no, it's Mrs. So they don't go add that for inside where they give check. She said one time like this, he can't give one of his girlfriend check 500,000. This is not
This one no enter. Because we see the doings, we see the private jets, we see the Lambo.
Comrade, even
sorry,
yourself go
sorry.
do pass 50k.
Hold on. Somebody called me quickly. I had to tell them not to be calling me on this number. Can you hear me now?
No. We cannot
You
hear
can
you.
hear
You're
me. You can
putting
hear me. You
agenda.
can
We
hear me.
cannot hear you.
You can hear me. Say now, so one time like this, the woman, the lady man, she finished paned. She said now, so one time he can't give one get check. So the money has finished. You know, say the money they come, they go immediately. They come, they go. That's I think that was even before Paris Club money that he got. After that Paris Club stuff, nothing, you know. So she now said she now called him that sir, your account is not well functioning. He now said, my integrity is at stake. You need to do all you can do to make sure that that money does not bounce. Now she can't say, what can she do now? This kind person, she's managing his account. She now says she put the 500k there. She borrowed her own personal money, young girl at that time. She borrowed him, gave him 500k so that the check will not bounce. My sister, my brother, do you know that Paned owed her for 1 year? He did not pay her for 1 year. That one time money now entered, she now went to meet him that Paned. That look at the check you gave me. I've not yet cashed it. And I said, are you sure I've not paid you that money? Are you sure I've not paid you that money? She said, no, I've not paid. You have not paid me. He now collected that check. He now gave her Unity another bank again to go and cash the money. If you see how she finished panel, she say anything. That which kind of billionaire? Which billionaire are we talking about? Which kind of billionaire are we talking about? Una could just call everybody billionaire. I don't even tire.
So
Respectfully, I want
Malam,
to say this
Malam, you
one.
see what they happen here.
This one no enter. I am not a supporter
They
of
don't
Ned.
enter that magic.
Let's differentiate it.
Mama,
Is he billionaire in cash or?
wait. But I see what they happen here. They need they call Atiku Pa. They need they call Abio Pa.
Bah.
That's that. But
That
now
one that
they
can
don't.
work.
So this is a social engineering. You know why all of it? Even the matter of Panet. Ned is just in his 50s, right? They
A
don't even
young
call
man
P2B.
like that.
P2B is even that. They don't call her Pa Obi. Make that continue.
But now Paned.
Make that continue. Everybody know what
This
they
is
are
Abuja thing. This is Abuja thing. You see them all Abuja. So you know they can easily be induced. So they don't induce.
They don't even call
Come and
Pa.
destroy them.
Paned is almost
But no
70.
problem.
I don't know his name. How is he older than
Paned.
Ned is not 70. Ned is 65.
So
You don't
60,
talk all this.
sorry.
So this is your final shot. But we are here.
A
We'll give you your
useless
final
man. All
shot.
his wives are complaining. You go see girl, she go inside her house fresh. She never take drug. Once she come out, you go induce her with drug because of punishment, because of poverty. You know, see as in house day like 1960. It look like my grandmother's house in the village. Like look at a house of who you call a billionaire. That won't be like billionaire. What can even if he wants to do Savayet style of gold, them government Tompolo style. You know, go put the latest gold. Which one be that archaic 1960? 1950, 1955 house. You know, see the house. Una no see the house. Later, una get a shout, billionaire, billionaire, billionaire. I'm sure the girl has to even go outside and make money and bring back to the house. That girl has never gone on a luxury trip. I have never seen her posting Atlanta, Maldives, posting. I've never seen her in her life. Only private jet. Where we say one person, you know, say people that are trying to pass bill, they get private jet, so they go give him private jet, or they go say, oh, one jet they leave from Lagos to Abuja. Can you use the second
I'm
leg back to
surprised
Abuja?
that
Now the
Margaret
only leg.
and Comrade no fit talk again.
Now the only leg where this girl they enter be that private leg that is returning leg. You know, when person go one leg, you want return the other leg. Now the only leg, nothing, no classy holiday, no nothing. You cannot blame her. Nothing that the man has done for her. Nothing except billionaire. We cannot see it.
Comrade, what do you people have to say? Comrade and
I will go by the word.
You see, the reason why I don't have anything to respond to this thing, all these things are the same thing agenda they've been cooking. Just like they did cook the last time, they brought one unknown blogger. No verification. How can we take this thing? I understand.
That tata4chick.blogspot.com.
Blog. I mean, don't worry.
You know, see her bags. You know, see her bags every day. They always carry her for shade room and everything. Fake billionaire. We no fit buy original bag for him. Why? Which kind of billionaire is that? You know, see that Rolex where she buy. I dey look for the. I don't know whether na day just or day corner. I dey look for the where the original. You know, the gel billionaire. Everything packaged. Just they package the man, package him to the public so that it will not look bad. User. You do not see the wedding, it be like shrine. I even saw one post of Temi Otedola. They were saying, "Is this is wedding? What is this? Is this a shrine? Is this a shrine?"
So how Michael, could it just be that Regina has a poor taste? Like, it's not about the money.
The problem is that it's not about a pot. This girl was young when they married her. What do you expect her to know? What do you expect her to understand? What they were giving her, she was taking. But what we are telling you is that some people that know that what she was taking is not incommensurate. I've been waiting that they talk to how the hype she was hyping. She was hyping stupid hype. In fact, when I used to see her hype that time, I used to wonder, but you know, you cannot put mouth in husband, nothing concern you, because if not, they go say now because your own.
How is it Ned's fault?
How is it? What do you mean? How is it Ned fault? You took a young girl when she was not fully exposed. You put her on a lifestyle. You put her on a punishment lifestyle, and you made her to. She cannot tell anybody the truth of what she's facing. She has to pack it because you want to become senator. She has to come and be lying to people that you are a loving husband. You are this so that you can increase your political career. Then she increase your career, and then give you fame. Apart from Paris Club where you go win court case, the court case. Waiting Panet don't achieve. What is Panet achievement, please? What is Panet achievement, please?
You don't ever see 50 million for her life.
Is everything about money? Is everything about money? What she gave him is more than 50 million. The branding she gave him. If he wanted to go and pay a branding company, if he wanted to go and pay news blogs and pay TV stations for carrying him the number of times Regina gave him for free, it is more than the amount he spent on her. What is 125 million compared to how many blogs he got for free? How many TV stations he got for free?
Before he started the follow Ned.
Wait now, man, did Regina give Ned any brand? Like, what I mean, like,
she gave him popularity. Forget it.
But
Ned
was already an elected.
It is worth more than 150 million. That popularity. He gave him popularity.
Which branding?
What type of popularity, I think?
What kind of popularity? Ned was a House of Rep member before she got married to that girl, I think. And then a senator.
I don't ask. It was this girl. Regina. I don't ask. Was Regina an A-lister? Somebody say no. She's not even
How
an
many
A-lister.
senators do you people know by first name basis? How many senators? Ned was a House of Rep member, I think, within 1999. By 2011, he was already a former House of Rep member. And he has been losing elections back to back to back before he won this one. What are we talking about?
The Paris this thing,
Hey,
club reform gave him fame actually.
it
It's
didn't give
for
him
him fame
any
where in
fame.
the economic
Regina
team,
gave him
economic team they
fame.
go vote. Economic team they go vote. Which fame the guy give him? The guy is owing her. If I
But
equate,
Mala,
if I
You know,
put the quantity,
she
the
gave him clout
amount,
now.
he's owing her presently.
before
He needs to
Regina met
transfer
Ned,
her minimum
has she
500
ever
million for
seen
all that
50
she has
million
done for
cash?
him.
Before Regina met Ned, all the movie when she done the art, she don't see 50 million plus.
She
She
said
don't see 50 million
You
plus
know
for her
how
life.
much
No, no,
you know how much we
no.
one news article for Arise News. You know how much the airtime for Arise. You know how much airtime is on TVC. You know how much airtime is on channels. Do you know what it means for all the blogs on social media to be
So
carrying your stories?
Regina na right in the channels now.
Not yes, she is a brander. She's a brand manager, and she. Can't you see since she left him? Do you see the kind of picture he's posting? Do you see how ugly those pictures are? Do you see how blurry those
Starting
pictures
from
are?
where?
Do you see how disorganized he
Brand,
is?
brand manager from when to when?
Wait. So no fear appoint a cameraman.
Somebody that gives you brand from love is different from brand from payment. What she gave him was loving brand that he can never get anywhere, and he's owing her, and he needs to pay her. He needs to pay her. He's owing her.
I want to thank Mekudi. I want to thank Mekudi because before now, Anita was almost throwing tantrum, like breaking. If you check her house now, she could not break one or two plates because of what company that we doing to her. So, Mekudi, thank you very much
Did not do
for
anything
lifting
to
her
me.
spirit.
No, Malam, no, don't do that. Sarah did not do anything to me. I decided to be Friday. Like I said,
I take it from
hold on, like I said, right? Like I said, what I wanted to do, I've already put it out there. Okay. So every other thing anybody was saying, I really did not care. If you notice now, it's just jokes for me till my next space about this topic. So he didn't do anything to me. He didn't do anything to me.
Okay, let me
Me, I
say
just
this.
even came
Let's
now,
be
so I wasn't in
serious.
the space. But immediately I came, I saw guys saying that Paned,
You
this
are a
Paned,
moral lifter. You are a moral lifter.
Paned, we no,
Oh, yeah,
Paned, we no get
Thank you for
where they
Morgan, do you know
struggle.
the funniest part?
I think he
Before
gets.
she met Ned, she
How
was
much
living in a
Paris?
rented
The
apartment.
number he spends on. Do you know the number of girlfriends he has? Even Paris
She
club.
was living in a rented
Paris
apartment
money
in
don't
Accra.
finish now. Paris club money don't finish now. Now why they always shout Anioma? They look for state where you want to become governor, maybe they collect allocation. Nothing for you, Paned. Nothing for you.
Nah lie. We don't dey talk and normal before now. No be Ned.
So let's clarify two things, right? Regina politically contributed nothing to Ned Nwoko.
That's a lie. Let him go and win election now. You will see that what's his name? That man with big teeth. What's the name of that man? Okowa. Now Okowa go win in Senate seat. He dey craze. Make you go win election, may we see.
Hold on.
Go away, no fit win in polling unit.
No, may we see
Wait,
now.
wait,
You go
wait.
soon see waiting. You go soon see
For
election.
Delta
You
State,
go
when I
see
come, I be like,
election.
which Delta
You go
State?
fear. You go see
For
election
which Delta
2027.
State?
Go and write it down. He's not coming
For
back.
which Delta State now? You don't go Kowa community before. Have you been to Kowa's community?
I say go and write it
and
down.
I'm
I don't
living in
engage
polling
in
unit. We are talking
political
about
nukununku. Did Okowa do 8 years or not? I don't engage in all this shankaduku. Go and write it down.
Sorry. Mekudi, if you smoke something before coming to this place, we will take you to the gulag. When the thing clear, you come back and speak. Because I don't understand gulag and Akaluku.
I say, Regina don't sleep up. That same drug.
Yes, the guy say give am small. So he come collect am now. They rake everywhere. See, the only reason why Ned
we don't close the topic. The agenda suffered a setback according to you. So
yes,
we are supposed to move on.
But we need to clear that
I don't
election.
understand. You will write an exam, you will score yourself. I keep saying that I have done what I
Anita,
wanted to do.
for you
But
continuously
you
responding
keep
to that
giving,
thing.
no, I will respond to it because you keep giving yourself pat on the back. I am 2 steps ahead. I have done what I needed to do, and people that know what I did here on this page, they know what I did. So don't worry. It's later you will know me if I'm not to talk. So that's why I
And it's
kept
about the
quiet.
agenda just the backfire. You know, really
Agenda,
agenda.
which agenda?
The agenda just the backfire. You know, okay, no
People
really
talk a
get
lot
it.
of shit. I don't know. Which agenda. I'm telling you that what I wanted to do, I have achieved it. And you're here saying agenda, agenda,
What is
agenda.
it?
What?
What is it, self? Because we were coming late.
My dear, I wanted them to put Ned on a spotlight, which I have done. This guy, Mekudi, has a case on him far back 2011 where he abused a 17-year-old girl,
Lie. I didn't
impregnated,
even know.
yes, impregnated
I,
her,
I, I
and
cannot
took
repeat
her
this story
baby.
like 10 times for this.
Allow me now.
Let us say for people that don't know, this is my first time hearing it.
Allow me. This lady is biracial, right? Half Ukrainian, half Nigerian. Impregnated her, and when she was fighting for her child, this guy, he told one of his friend, oh, they should set her up at Protea Hotel because she sells perfume. And when the lady was at the lobby waiting for the guys to come and buy the perfume, they brought cameras, snapped her pictures, and brought police that she came to prostitute. Okay, so it was a big case then, and I put a spotlight on that.
This after he had taken her child, though, Master Chief. He had taken her
Exactly.
child from her. She was still in Abuja, trying to stick around. She took the case to court. The court proceedings were ongoing. So he was trying to frame her up in any way possible. Just, he knows the system now. He's trying to find stuff to use against her so she lose her child custody completely. And eventually that was a stop pulled, which of course the court will just accept whatever, right? But eventually, even though they accepted it, she waited, she lost that case after she got married, because she did get married. After she got married, she brought the court case again. And this second time she won. The court said, give her back her child. She's fine. All of the evidence you had against her before, now she's married, she's in a legitimate relationship, she's in a stable home. Her child will have a stable home and a father presence. Now, give her back her
Oh,
child.
no. Is it like the half caste? Is it the half caste one?
Yes,
Okay.
he still didn't.
If
Yes.
it's we're in a good country, they need to check panel in a mental
I'm
evaluation
telling
or
you, that baby, he
clinic.
took that baby when the baby was just 1.5 years old. That baby is turning 16 and he has never been to school. He's just started school homeschooling. Where's
Wow.
Ayo? He started
Wow.
homeschooling him just based like about 5 years old. I think when he was 10 years old. That's when he started homeschooling.
Wow. Paned. 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 Paned.
So that's just what I wanted people to see. I wanted people to see that this man has a pattern of bringing in women, luring them, pelting them with drugs and alcohol. Then when they want to leave, he will give them, oh, you're a drug addict, and he will take their kids. So this lady we're talking about, my Mekudi, she's not the first, she's not the second. Regina is actually the fourth victim of this. So for me, every other
So, but if
thing
you
is just jokes. I've done what I want to do. So even when
so, but
we're
if
talking,
you are
I
not
was doing something
a
else.
druggie,
Yeah.
if you are not a druggie and they give you drug, you can't do it.
No, you
Yeah,
can
but
try it
this
now. How
Yeah.
do people become druggy? Don't they try for the first time? You need
She
to
was
try
a
it for the
child.
first
She
time
was
now.
trying to impress her
like I
husband. They were trying to be.
that question was so shocking. I didn't even.
They go, they
Wait.
try am now.
If they give it drugs
I
today,
even
you
heard
collect.
one. You know, I told you I'm just
And
coming
if they
from
give
my
it drug,
family
you
house.
collect.
And Nanette matter with table. One person also said that he used to use anal. He has destroyed all her anals that now she wear pampers because of him.
Exactly. Even a blogger, this hospital they called, they said they had to rush her there. I have to call the name of that hospital. I didn't really bring out all those
You see
information
what
because
the kind of things he's doing
it
to her.
wasn't.
She need drug to give him what he wants.
Yes,
She need drug now. How will somebody be bastardizing your anus? You need to take drugs so that it won't hurt you. Where we used to use our
Let
shit.
this anus they come now. Who is this? Even Regina have never said something like that. Let
Nah,
us not start the boundary of this conversation.
well,
No, let them put it.
he said
You know, the
that
good thing is that
so
according
that
to
don't
them,
see people with
Panet
fast
know how to fish out.
Since I has been speaking here, comrade, you be quiet. I'm not agreeing with the same thing. I don't understand.
No,
What's
no,
going
no,
on?
no, no. She's not. She's speaking off point.
So they say
Speaking of
that
point, very off point.
These
Mr.
in
Ned,
those
yeah,
associations.
wow.
What? See, I don't respond to such a thing. I know she's making joke. Either she's happy, she got
Awa has
you
also
today,
worked
she has made too
in
much
Nollywood.
money.
Nollywood,
She's
you
very
understand?
happy.
She has also
She's
worked
a
in
Nollywood
Nollywood. You
actor. She
understand?
can act.
so she's
No.
These are Nollywood actors and actresses.
Nothing we not go see. Make I go and bring the proof now. They said it. In fact, if you listen to that voice note when he was saying he can slap her, he can slap his wife.
We don't
the
discuss
brother was
that
not
one.
even
Now
saying
we
that
don't
in the
discuss
UK,
that
can you
one.
slap your wife? He said yes. If she does anything, he will slap her. He's an abuser. He doesn't deserve to have the children. He's an abuser. He rapes her. He rapes her because if not, her anus is not going to. Because if you are doing an anal sex with consent, right? There is a lubrication that you will
Where
use.
this
But
Anna
when
is
you
from?
are raping somebody anally,
So is
that's
this
what
Anna? Is
makes
it with
Wait.
Regina or with
A new element have been introduced to the conversation. I beg you, madam. Did Anna come in way from Regina or in the hotel? Because I'm hearing this for the
Coming
first
from
time.
is coming from their left. I don't know where she got it from. Maybe she's the surrogate that supervises the sex in the house. So that's why she knows where the thing they enter.
That's his supervisor.
She's the surrogate. You know, you have surrogate that stay and watch and they tell you what to do. So that's why she's telling you this important
She have the
I'm
full
just so
details. Because that's they do me body somehow.
Oh,
I beg.
he did there now. He's there. She will tell her story now. You see, like he does, Anna. No, she not. I go show now. They said that her. You see,
Let's share for Mayo. Let's share for Mayo.
Comrade will not.
don't mind him. Her ass is leaking. Her ass is leaking.
This thing, Howard, you know, I didn't really want to introduce it because I had my agenda, right? But I saw that thing. They took her to even the name of the hospital.
Where
they
Yes,
is
now
it?
don't mind this.
and
They
they
are
are
not following the
challenging
news
it.
well. They are not following
I
the news well. We'll show.
I'm telling you
I
that
said, Regina and Panel, we talk for my family house today for 5 hours. No gist, I don't know on top Regina and Panel now.
Don't let us miss this issue together.
No.
I believe everything we are talk. I want it.
Why you don't go believe? Why you don't go believe?
When women gather your matter, just only God will save you from the women. I swear to God. See the new thing where they enter.
If she has a leaking ass right at this point, it's not to a woman because at the end of the day, it's consenting adult.
What do you mean consenting? My husband, if your husband is raping you sexually, he needs you to take drugs so that you can give him freely the anal.
What do you mean he needs you? Like,
he's not
where
using
you get that he
lubrication.
needs-
What do you mean
Regina has not
consenting
said
adult?
anything
What do
about
you
Anna.
mean?
This is
She needs to get high to get to herself to the state of acceptance because she's trying to please her husband. What do you mean consenting adult? This girl is having, she's sick.
So are you saying there are not women that they don't have to?
No, I'm saying that he's raping her. I'm saying he's
This one,
raping her.
I give you
Wait,
this one.
wait. So, fine. Drug might have been introduced during sex, right? But sex was not the genesis of this caretaking drug. So, because now when we could speak in 19 like say, Ned, they can start to take drug.
She said it now. He likes her taking the drug, so because it makes her more.
Yes, and I agree. Get the point. Understand what I said now, right? Yes, that might have been, but that statement did not say that was what made her to start taking drugs. She never said that in that statement.
But she implied it now.
She did not imply it. She just said, wait, Master, make I tell you that statement. We all write that statement. That statement said, so you are against me taking drug, but you are not against me when we are having sex.
No, she didn't say it like that.
That is it.
She what?
And let us read that statement
No,
again.
let me read her words.
Okay, read them.
She's telling you.
Let me see.
Okay.
Let me find.
Look at what she's saying.
Okay.
You said you want me to go to rehab, but you are the same Ned who always wanted me high. Because in your words, I'm sexier when I'm high. You like me that way because it made me wild and romantic. Exactly how you wanted me to be.
Exactly. So that's not to say. Wait, that's not to say it is because of this wild romance. That is what made her. That what introduced her into drugs. She might have been taking. She started taking drugs before 10. Right then, maybe as a nice to have. Ned was like, okay, always take it when we have sex.
Please stop.
This is a family of druggies.
Please stop.
The brother
What
is
do
a
you mean
druggie.
stop? I'm very
The
analytical
brother is
here.
a druggie.
No, look,
I don't know whether the mother is a
But
druggie.
Anita, are you trying to say
And
Una
Ned? Do you have
mute us,
evidence say
they
Ned?
green
and
lamba.
you
Una
want to
mute
put it
us.
on
You
Ned.
heard what she
Make
said.
una
They were
rest,
trying to
no.
twist our word.
Wait.
Una mute us, not
So,
lamba
so,
us. Una
so,
mute
if,
us. They
so
lie
does
on top
that,
the girl.
does
He
that
wants
statement say,
Please,
wait,
why do you think that when she's high, she goes to his room? Is she high for herself? Why do you think?
Malam, read that statement again. Does that imply that Ned introduced him to drug?
This girl is coming from a family of highness.
This thing would even rub both of you in more in this deep shit. Because if a responsible man sees that his wife is taking drugs, it's not, hey, wife, why are you taking drugs? Why do you not
That was why
encourage her?
that was why the man
That is
took
what a
the girl to.
responsible husband would
He
do.
took her to rehab,
He did not take
and
her
the
to
girl
rehab.
is
He
trying
said
to
he
come
likes
and
it
do a
when
So,
she's
compact like
high.
this.
so, Master Chief, nobody will argue, make an argument that I'm not making here. Right?
No,
So,
this thing would even rub people more because the
so,
argument
so,
I'm
so
not having
Master Chief, is your argument that Ned introduced him to drug taking?
I'm not saying
Somebody
he,
introduced her to the
And
no,
that's
he
what I'm
didn't.
arguing
No,
now. That
no,
statement
no.
did not prove that.
Okay, he did not introduce her to
That's what
drugs.
I've
These are
been saying
family
since
of
now.
Okay, wait now. Let me make this point. A responsible vegetarian, like he tries to paint himself, that doesn't take alcohol, did not introduce Regina to drugs. So
He
if
did not paint
me that I
himself.
do
He's
not
a
take,
vegetarian.
please
Either
hold
you
on
are
now,
or you
hold
are.
on, let me put my point out. If me, I do not take drugs, if someone around me takes drugs, I will be disgusted. Immediately, I will put a stop to it and I will raise that alarm. I will not tell you, oh, I like you when you take drugs, it makes you fun. Yeah, yeah. I will not encourage you. I would not. I will stop it because I do not take drugs. I do not take alcohol. So why are you around me when you are not
So,
yourself?
and
Comrade,
Anita,
comrade.
that is Regina's statement. Remember, Ned's own statement be said drug irritates him. That he don't
Oh
take alcohol, he
my
doesn't do
God.
this. So there's a 360 submission
Where did he say drug
That was why he.
that
That
he's
was
a
why he sent
vegetarian.
her
He
to
doesn't
rehab.
take alcohol, he doesn't this thing. So
Okay.
drugs irritates him. That was the point he made.
Anyway, like
So
I said, I'm very good,
wait.
very
We
important
have to
and
try.
out of it.
You have to
Malam,
try
I don't
this.
even want to talk about it.
No, but
Said,
I
I'm
want to
not what
speak. I
brought.
want to speak.
Let's
I want to
even
speak.
invite others to speak.
Yes, but I want to speak
Let
now.
Malam
So
speak
let
now.
me speak. You will let me speak. You will not gag your senior man. So the man in question do not like drugs. That was why they checked her into a rehab. Nothing more, nothing less. That man was not aware of these vices. On finding out, he checked her into a rehab.
Please, there is a video, Malam, of
You
Regina
said you are
Daniels.
done now.
No,
You will let me
no.
speak.
When you push out something, I'll have to counter it. There's a video of Regina smoking right by Ned's side. He was
It was
smoking
shisha,
weed. There's a video. There's a
It
video
was
of it.
shisha. It
No,
was shisha.
no,
But let
it's
me
not
finish.
that
Let me
one.
finish.
There's a video of Regina smoking weed when
Put it on the job
by
control.
her
Let us see.
side. I will
But
look
let
for
me
that video.
but let me continue. Let me continue. So, and the man have asked this girl, why are you doing this thing? He say Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, they do this thing. Have you ever seen a celebrity? You know, old man trying to catch up with Gen Z. And he has been enduring to a point when she became excessively abusive. And they had to check her into a rehab. See, these things you guys are saying here, you can say it from now to tomorrow. This one, all those things. At the end of the day, Ned is not aware of what was going on. Ned cannot be in parliament and be in his home. And this family is a family of Igbo smokers. You see the brother. I can look a senator in his face and tell you who goes to you like, what kind of weed that guy smoke? I mean, I waited. Whoever can they behave like that? But it's okay. We can come here and say this thing. Don't be so Annie did their brother them. They run their show that year. Check the pattern. Their brothers are the one corrupting them. Let us start looking at our brothers when they go around our sisters. When they know how they introduce them to drugs. I don't talk finish. Oh. I don't talk finish. But you can continue. No, this evening. And yeah, she's all over the place. Megudi, go ahead. You tell us more. Can you give us the size? We need to know the size because we want to know whether I'm at noon size.
You
the way
guys
they want
mute
to net.
people to
I know they
derail
see the
people.
coordinated
You
attack.
mute people, derail people, say what you have on your mind. A man is okay with his wife going to go and get high because he wants to satisfy his sexual desires. Then all of a sudden he rehab is inside his house in Maitama. They did not see where to take her. It is from the Maitama house rehab that she now escaped. Who be fool? Who be fool?
He be
Who be fool?
public now. She wanted to protect the wife's interest. Now the wife don't bring out everything.
The man is just a useless man. Paned, wherever you are, if you are hearing this, stop this. Your Regina is your Waterloo. I've been at your
If they
downfall.
carry you,
Stop
I
this
no go fight.
behavior.
Oh.
I even also
Maybe
heard
if they carry you, I no go fight. Oh. I no
how
go fight
Paned
for.
go
I
carry
no
me.
go do
Paned
problem for
cannot
the
even look
video.
into my eyes. If they look flaw. If they look flaw, I wonder what he was looking for on the floor. The day I met him, is why he was looking at the
They could
floor.
tell me
He
say when
couldn't
they
look
carry
up.
you, that you go
Let
talk
him
say
come
I
out.
did
I
not
no
mean
be
what I
careful.
was
You
saying.
don't get any other place except magistrate for careful. Make him come carry me now. No be careful. They go put people there.
You go say
They
I did not
craze.
mean what I
And
said.
then
I
also
did not
another
mean
thing,
it.
I can't hear say he won't go marry another 17-year-old girl from the north again. Say 17-year-old again. What is your obsession with 17-year-old? Are you using it to renew your falling star? You want to use their high star to renew your falling star?
Regina few say person want replace him. Now why should they run up and down? Now
That's
we know
not
the whole
true.
truth. Yeah.
That's
You don't
not
dey come.
true. It's when anytime any wife is giving him problem, he marries another one. It's a narcissistic behavior now, so that you will know that you are replaceable. Anytime anybody is giving him problem, he marries another one.
The last time I checked, his first wife is still with him. The second wife.
That's
is
a
still
lie.
with him.
Where are you
And
checking
the
Moroccan
from?
first
one,
one
the
is not.
Moroccan
Where are
one
you
that they
checking
talk
from?
about no
honestly.
vex.
Moroccan
first
girl
one
with
is not
poverty,
with him.
one bastard
Where
guy
where
for
Moroccan
the
wife
where
is
make
country.
sure
not
Where
let
you
me
want
post
me
wife.
then
let
go?
me
Mostly,
post
Moroccan
Moroccan
girls
mostly,
get
wife
hunger,
is
mostly.
won't
not
kill
one.
I
them.
was
Where you want
told,
where she go?
Moroccan wife
I was
Where
only
you
told
want
first
where
that
she go?
wife.
The
Oh.
I was
only
told
wives that
that
are with him are
If
are
you
the
don't know anything
Moroccans
about
because
men,
hunger
you go
them
to
that
Morocco.
and tell you.
I was
Hunger
told
The
bastards
that
for
Moroccan wife
Morocco.
is the
watch.
first wife.
I was saying that Regina used to watch her kids play with the other wife's children, like because the other wife is one with Regina's kids and everything. Do you think these things affecting Regina mentally
Why
too,
would
as
it
well?
not affect
Watching
her
on social media.
mentally? Why wouldn't it affect her?
But she did the same thing. She did the same thing to the other wife when she first got married to Ned. She was playing with the other
They
wife's
are all
kids
playing.
while
You
the other
see,
wife
it's
was
a
out of
different
the
thing if
house.
me and you are wives, right? And we are playing with each other's children. It's different from when I am out of the house and my children are not with me.
That's
You
what
are
I'm
the
saying.
one.
That she did it to somebody else. She did it to the other wife
Was
too,
the
as well,
other
that
wife
Ned had
out?
to
Because I know they follow their story now. Today they tell
Yeah,
me
she
their
was
matter.
out now.
The,
Anita knows the story. Anita knows the
the
story.
other
She will
wife
not
was
say that
out
story.
and she was playing with the kids.
Anita, please respond to that
Anyways,
story.
that's
Because
bygone be bygone. I know concern
No,
me
you
with
know,
old news.
Panet did the same thing to the Moroccan lady. He also did the same
Another
thing.
Moroccan one. Moroccan girl leave
Yes.
Paned. She leave Paned.
Yes,
She
left,
go.
so had
She
to
come back now.
Yeah, she came back.
Hunger dey
The
that
only
their
just
the
like
land.
only
the way,
saga wey
Hunger
be
dey.
na
just
the
like
Gen
the
No
Z
way
fit
saga.
go.
Regina will come back.
She
Just
don't
like the
go.
way Regina will come back. All this shouting that they shout. When Regina beg now, I want sense that go shout. Because this
If
is the shout
Regina
again.
beg, I will know that she has been. Is not because of anything. It's because of circumstances. Because Regina is done, mentally done, mentally everything is done. But the man wants to lure her with keeping her kids, with oppressing her family. Now we also heard he wants to also arrest her mother. What a narcissistic man!
Another story too. Did you see the way Regina oppressed her former boyfriend too as well? You know, the younger guy
Did
that
she
she was
arrest
dating.
him?
She didn't arrest him, but she supervised the arrest of somebody that
But that
insulted
time they
her
told
online.
Thomas to go and make money now. Say they told him to go and make money like that.
Regina, I remember, I think somebody
So
insulted
what
Regina
are you
online or
saying?
something like that, and she supervised it.
Ayo with another bad take as usual.
No, I just they tell you what.
That
I'm not going to
somebody who
support
is oppressed
anybody.
go back to their oppressor. Does it make them less oppressed?
No, but she's an oppressor now. That's what I'm saying now. All of them
They
are
just ask
oppressors
you a
now.
question. What sort of oppression are you talking about? That I don't want to do with you again. You know, come here. Is that oppression?
I don't get shit with our ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. I don't want to do with you again. You know, get money.
You can't
know,
come out, come talk and publicly, everybody. Yeah.
Where
So
did
now
So
you
you call
say
them
it?
oppression.
Emeka, where did
That's
you
not
say
that's
it
not
now?
oppression. Maybe she was condescending, but she wasn't
Everybody
oppressed.
There's nothing
does
wrong
it.
with
Yeah,
it
she can
now.
be condescending, but you
Emeka,
can't
where
call it
did
oppression.
Regina say
Same
it?
way, there's nothing wrong with Ned saying that she's a druggie and his own.
No,
There's something wrong
that's he's
with
tarnishing her image.
Oh, so
Was
there's
the guy
nothing
not
wrong with
broke?
Ned's own.
Was she
But
lying
there's
on his
nothing wrong with
brokenness?
Regina's own.
Was she
How
lying?
will they
No,
play?
do you know
How will
Ayo?
they
No,
play?
Ayo, till today, she and that boy, they are still close. They even made a movie together. So all these things are just
Because
fake
he's hoping
news.
that he will make money from her. That's why he's a
And
poor
now
boy
we
that
say
wants to
make you
make
know
money.
what. Like make una
She
even leave
oppressed him.
other
Same
people.
way
Like
she will go back
let's
to
face
Ned. She go
Ned.
back to her own
Let's
oppressor.
face
My
Ned.
culture is not
Let's
oppressor
face
too.
Ned, please.
We don't believe other people like. If we believe other people like,
Wait
we believe
now.
them.
Person marry 18-year-old girl. The 18-year-old girl, when he turn 24, can't tell you say in the
17.
program. So he go
17.
look 17 or 18. So he go look
Point of
sexy
She
when
was
they
not 70. Stop
this
asking
is
this
question.
Lamba. She was 19.
The mother
not
has made a
17.
video claiming she was 19, not 17. Stop this lie, you people.
Lies,
you kill
lies,
this man?
lies.
Kill him. No, kill this.
They want to absorb the girl of responsibility and throw it over to the man.
It is
We
simple
will
now.
not be responsibility for anybody's failure. You
Margaret,
failed.
Margaret, waiting be the issue.
A
What be
virgin,
the
oh,
issue?
a 80-year-old man disvirgining a 17-year-old girl, a virgin at that time.
19-year-old girl.
A virgin.
I don't know 19-year-old girl. 19-year-old
A
girl.
virgin. Imagine a grandfather, an ancestor, is virgining her, showing her what life
It's not
is,
illegal.
introducing her
It's
to
not
Molly,
illegal.
introducing her to glass, introducing her to
She
crack. A
Which
grandfather.
one is glass again? Which one is glass
According to
again?
her,
Do not
he
crack
was
the
doping
glass.
her. He was doping her.
If you don't
for
know
her to
glass,
be
go
in love.
ask about
That's
it.
sexism. That's exactly what they said. I don't know why it's difficult to comprehend though. But they said, him they give me drugs so I go look. It's just when I do high, I they look sexy.
And you go allow and they
That
fucking
doesn't
anus anyhow when she's high. You get what I mean? Something she probably can't take on a normal this thing.
This man is doping that girl if what she said were to be true. And that's exactly, I mean, we don't need model issue up now. Even if that 20-year-old where you marry him, you be 50 something or 60 something. You don't see life finish, you go marry that girl. As you marry him now, the girl they accuse you say some things today where you do for her. We make her they hooked on drugs. She we gotta watch that Regina when she dey go up for TV for years.
But side note, do you blame people for your action? For example, if somebody gets hooked on drugs, do you blame other people for you being hooked on? Like it doesn't make sense to me. Like you need to be accountable for actions.
This is your privilege talking.
I don't think it's privilege. I don't think it's privilege, brother. There are poor people that have been hooked on drugs.
I want to ask you, if you introduce someone to drugs, so who should we blame?
Now,
any evidence that
if the person is above the age of 18, even 16, my brother, take responsibility. Me at that age of 16, 18, you don't think give me you don't think give me anything at the age of 18, 16, who you be? Who you be? I will collect. Mama never give me. I will go collect something for outside.
Doing
from their home now. Look, they didn't have love at home. Look, they didn't have love at home. I've heard stories. No, trust me. You get one girl where I be the knock one time. Where we say the person will carry crack give am. Now, when she was at the age of 14. You understand? I can understand that one.
But she begins smoke crack. She not go tell her mama. Guy, they tell me. She keep quiet.
There's some exceptions. There's some people that are underage and family members introduce them to these things. And I understand that. I totally understand.
Was it also Ned that introduced Regina's brother
to crack? I mean,
yes.
See, the next thing they'll say is that
yes,
Ned is gay.
Yes, it's Paned. It's Paned. After all, they are a family bond. They are a family. One sister start, other people can start, and we are not sure. There's also no guarantee.
Let me tell you, there's
even the
something that
girlfriend takes drugs. Was it also
if you know anybody that have done crack, that have done serious crack, I swear to God, you will know. Regina doesn't even look half of.
Yeah, I don't possibly think he's cracked. I don't think she does crack.
Ima, I disagree with
you. Probably just does weed and Molly.
But she blow crack like say na no be tomorrow.
It's possible that this drug Ned is talking about now weed.
Yeah, if it be just
it's not weed. It's not weed. The way she's a crack addict.
Let me tell you,
when
you see someone that is
how you know crack addict, Ayo, please?
I know. This one I know where somebody be telling me.
Ayo. Listen now. I've seen crack addict.
It's not about meeting. See, I said you know it's happening for like. We know this. We don't deliver. When no dealers no go tell you say I dey go deliver for this person.
Let me make my point.
So
I've
your
seen
friends
someone that
are
is a
crack
crack
dealers.
See, I've seen
I
someone
don't
that's
know
a
for
crack
you.
addict.
I don't know.
That they actually take the person to a rehab. So let me tell you, when you see someone that takes crap, number one, they look disorganized. They
I
don't look
disagree
healthy.
with you. There are some
They
functional
don't
people
even
that
look
take
healthy.
crack. You just don't know.
Listen, I'm telling you.
And why
If
you
it's
know
not
these
crack,
things?
I
if
don't
it's
know
not crack,
people
You
that
know there
take
are some
crack. I'm so
functional.
sorry. Crack
There are
is
some
if it's
drug.
crack
functional.
and ice,
There are some
I
functional
don't know
people
crack
that take
you
people.
will
I
crack.
never look healthy.
disassociate. If you take crack, you can't
If you
come close
take
to me
crack
because
and ice, you can never look
hate
healthy.
people that take crack.
How will you say if you take crack and ice, you can never look healthy? You will look. See, I swear to
Ima,
God, you will look
Ima,
very
I
Be like
swear
say
to
unhealthy.
na
God, I
ice
swear
I
to
dey
God
call
who made me.
glass.
What are
Na
you talking
ice.
about?
I swear to God who made me, Ima, there are people that are functional drug takers. They will take crack. They will
They
go
are
to the
not
toilet.
Crack
functional.
or cocaine.
They'll wait now.
ice.
Wait now. They'll be working
There are
in a 9
people,
to 5.
listen, there are
They'll
people
go
that
to the
take coke.
toilet. They will take the
Don't
crack. They'll come out and
confuse.
function.
You
I've
can't take
never
crack
seen that
and go
for
to a
crack.
9 to 5.
Crack
Listen,
takers
You
are
can't take
usually
crack and go
Okay,
to
no
useless.
problem.
Listen to what I
I
say.
You
agree.
obviously,
No problem.
you obviously
Confuse.
don't
Ayo,
know what
don't
you're talking about.
confuse people that take
You
coke
can't take crack and go
crack.
9 to 5.
Exactly.
Don't
Don't
go close to
confuse
that
coke and
nonsense.
crack. Oh, they are
Don't
two different
confuse
things.
coke and crack.
Don't go close to
See
that
crack.
nonsense. Anybody
See
who is
crack.
listening to you.
But
I am
coke and
telling
crack are the
you,
same thing.
They
it
are
is
not
not a
the
good
same
thing.
thing. How
No,
coke
They
no,
and
no,
are
crack?
no,
not
no,
the
no, no.
same
Emeka,
thing.
I don't
Cocaine
understand
and
what
Cocaine
you
crack
and
are
are
crack
two
are the
saying.
same
different
thing.
things.
If you do
Cocaine and crack are
crack,
two
what
different
if I
things.
coke when don't block. They are the same thing now. Coke and
I
crack
am
are the same thing.
not let on about that
Cannot
speak. Not let
differentiate.
her that speak.
Same way you have functional alcoholics. Come on, they're functional drug takers. What are you telling me?
Yes, they
No,
are
I
Now,
just
don't
functional
worry.
drug
Now, social
takers,
media
but
we
not
did
crack.
now.
You don't
Now,
see crack.
social media we
I
dey.
Crack
Now
where
they
they
deceive
sell their
ourselves.
house.
talking
If
about.
Regina they take crack, she no fit afford that duplex where she buy. She no fit. Crack takers.
And then buy the duplex
Which
for her
dirty
now.
net has only invested
Wow.
125 million. That duplex looks like 125 million duplex.
On the
She talk
order,
say
You know,
net
say,
talk say na
you
him
know,
buy
say,
am now. Net
you
talk
know,
say na
say
him buy.
some people fit
the
dey for our
125
Senate. Some
million
people
is on
fit
the
dey for our
order.
Senate.
Which duplex you talk?
See,
Where
some
they na
people fit dey
Abuja?
for our Senate. Some people fit dey for House of Rep. They take crack and they will look where Agbada look
I
good,
swear to
but when
God,
you
I
catch them in
lie.
their lower
Not
price,
crack,
you will see
Igbo
them.
or coke.
I
Not
swear to God,
crack.
I lie.
Igbo or coke. There are so many functional Igbo takers.
Yeah, no,
I cannot actually take crack cocaine and be organized. That one.
No, you can take coke
I
and be
swear to God,
organized. You
can
can
take
take coke
cocaine
and
and
be
see,
organized.
you don't know what if you know what crack and ice is, you can't take crack and
Exactly.
ice constantly.
Yes,
will
you
look
can.
number one, you will look rugged, you will look clean, you will look content, your eyeballs will be popping out.
Your black
I am
under
saying
eye,
this-
like you won't.
I am
Yeah.
saying this because, like I said, I know someone who had to take to rehab because of ice. Do you understand? And crack. So leave this talk about ice. There's a difference.
In my eyes will grow me.
Oh yes, now that's it. Now there's a difference between ice and weed and coke.
anyways,
that
I
take
don't
coke.
think
So
the
let's
girl
not
are
go
very
there.
I don't think the girl are strong drug taker, right? Like, so I just feel like okay,
She
she just
only
dabbled
takes
into
it to
social media.
satisfy him sexually.
No, that's not the, this
Let
dimension
me
you are
tell you,
bringing now.
I'm sure that the girl that they're talking about.
You know, go
I
past
swear to
Igbo.
God.
Ah, yes, Molly, because Molly works for sex.
You know
Molly
weed,
too.
yes, the weed is under the same classification of drugs. So now weed, see, I swear, if this girl takes ice,
my weed not just ordinary
if
SK
this
now.
girl,
It's not a
you
you cannot
takes ice,
classify that.
this
How
thing
can
that
he
you're
not
talking about
classify?
is
Person will say
this
be
girl will scatter
vegetarian. How can he
everywhere.
not classify?
So they say now Uche Montana they supply the weed.
Nothing we no go see
They
oh,
don't.
for Musa Gate. When Uche Montana started to take
If someone takes ice,
Yeah, you deal with them. I think it's
what do you talk? Like say,
for that Nollywood, you know, say now what they do for that Nollywood, and they only they just take this substance. You know, even musicians they there now.
they confuse people for ice. Only ice.
Anyways, Malam, I think
I'm happy that
well,
I mean, I just shot everybody.
Awa did not shut anybody up. Now she was just cooking a lot of stuff.
But I actually asked before Regina got married to Ned.
was
I
living
think
in rented
No,
apartment
no, no, no.
in
Emeka, I'm gonna leave that side. Yeah.
No, I want to clarify something.
I
So I mean,
know.
make we even assume, make we
this,
assume, say, make we assume, say, Ned give
Yeah,
am.
make Malan speak. Make Malan speak. Man, you are
If
so
make we assume,
opinionated.
say, Ned give am money and all those things. What is
Ima, Hawa came here and she was cooking ngurumbi. He was not cooking anything. Yeah, like he was all over the place. And
All over, no
it was
coordination.
just a sort of, she brought entertainment to the conversation, and I enjoyed what she was saying. He was just making up. It's not that I took anything that she was saying seriously.
Even Anita has given up.
Anita gave up because Anita, because it was not much. It was just acting. You know,
As a Nollywood actress, yeah.
So no, Hollywood actor. She can act very well.
Yeah,
So I understand.
she brought in the acting
normal.
dimension to it.
So let's leave it at that. But anyway, Sha, we've tried to discuss net and this.
Let us change the topic. Let us change the topic.
Let's leave net. Net. Okay. You can talk a different thing if you can. Comrade, at this moment, I will be the background co-host for now. Maybe two of that before I sleep.
Okay.
Honorable Adora, who's changing my topic?
Abudo, I greet you. I see you. You can request the mic and come.
Honorable Adora, please, you can speak.
I've called her before. She was not there. Malam, you have a hot mic. Oh. You have a hot mic.
God first. God first. You can speak God first.
Hi guys, good evening. I just came on Twitter and I just saw this space, and I was actually on my way home, but I couldn't speak because it was quite, rowdy. When you guys were talking about substances like drugs, and I just wanted to share my 2 cents on it. So for starters, I am a clinical psychologist, so I work in a rehab, and let's just say that when it comes to drugs, mental disorders, I have quite an experience. Let me put it that way. So you guys were talking about crack and all. First of all, I wanted to say that to the best of my knowledge, people who have money, like people who are so financially stable or they have access to money, they have the tendency of using drugs. A lot of them. A lot. However, the fact that Ned Nwoko might, I don't know if it is true, be the one to introduce or make Regina use some of these substances. I would like to say that based on experience, there is a certain amount of truth there, based on experience. I'll tell you why. Few years ago, about 2 years ago, I discharged a patient from the facility. He was known to use crack, crack mostly. That was like his major. And then weed and the likes. But crack was like his major substance. And whilst I was discharging him, his cousin um was there asking me, "Oh, psych, what are the things my cousin needs to do to stop using this substance again?" And his cousin was literally sitting beside me, holding a pen and paper, like someone who is so serious and invested in his, relative. So I was like, what am I going to do for my cousin not to use substance again? And I was listing the things. Okay, so for number one, financial management, I was listing everything. And this guy was literally writing everything down. I think a year after, I now saw the patient, they brought him back again. And I did so much work on this patient when it comes to psychotherapy. I did so much work. on the patient. So I now asked the patient that because when he came back, one of his teeth was already gone and he was looking haggard. So I now asked him what's going on, and he was like, "Omo, it's my family." Oh." And then I was asking him, "How do you mean your family?" So apparently, I think that the father has a company, and he was supposed to inherit the company, but somehow, his siblings do not want him to inherit the company. So what they had to do, because he was always already using drugs, and to top it all, his wife is in the UK. His situation is so bad to the point where he was. I don't know if some of us know MFM. Um, what's this? What's this church? Yeah, the prayer city. Yeah, no, the main branch, the headquarters. So he was going
You are talking
to.
about prayer city. Go ahead.
Yes. So he was going to prayer city. The wife's mom, and him. So I think they wanted to travel to the UK to relocate. That was when he was going. He now said that at that moment he went to use the drug. He was just like, this might be the last time. So let me just go and take one more time. This was before he got discharged. That was when the in-laws, they're like, where is your husband? They did not see the husband. They knew he had already gone to his drug. And that was how they bundled him to the facility. Now he's back again. So I was asking him what's going on. And he said that period he was away, but he stayed in the facility for close to 8 months. That period he was away. His siblings were like fighting for the company, and the father cut him off because the father was disappointed. So the father said he's not going to be speaking to his son. The person he wanted, like the cousin, was the mediator between the father and the son. So what happened is the cousin. So if the facility says, if they give the cousin bill and they say the bill is 200,000, I'm just giving an example. I don't know the bill, but whatever bill, the cousin will add his own share, and that was how the cousin was making money off this guy. Now, when the guy got discharged, the cousin wasn't making money again because when the guy got discharged, he I don't know if you know this David Folarami or something. David Folarami show. I don't think it's whether Folarami or Folarami show. I reached out to him. I wanted him to come and speak to my patient because he is somebody that was into drugs. He was using heroin and all. And somehow this I tried to bring him from Enugu to Lagos, but somehow it didn't really work out. But he could talk to some of my patients virtually. Now this my patient left when he left the facility. He went to redemption camp. He met this David guy and they talked and he was like, my psychologist talked about you and all blah. So all of a sudden the cousin is not making money anymore, right? The the cousin now went to this patient's house in the redemption camp because they got a place there. The family got a place there for him and told him that would you like to go to a lounge? Now, for someone who is a substance user, social event is not even the best fit for you. Talk of lounge, birthday parties, especially if the person is even whether the person is even an extrovert or an introvert, regardless. Because I had a patient who is she's an introvert, she's a writer. She only went to use the substance weed because she had a writer's block, and that's how she got hooked. Because we all have different body processes. Everybody's journey is different. Because I also have patients who have been using it, e don tey, no be today, e have stayed. But because their own body
So let
system
me
is
ask you a
quite
question.
different.
Does it show on the face of everybody that is a crack taker that you can just see from their face that this person takes crack?
No, it doesn't. It
Thank you
doesn't.
very much.
Now, back to what I was saying. So this guy now took him to the lounge, drove him to the lounge. When they got to the lounge, he was drinking and all. Then that one I said, the cousin I said, how far? You like take some? And that say that this patient I'm telling you, me, I know him that willpower, forget it. And that's one thing people need to understand about drug users. Your willpower is gone. The substance goes into your brain and mimics certain neurotransmitters in your brain. The substance goes into the prefrontal cortex of the brain and make sure that it destroys the part where you make decisions and judgment. So you can't expect someone who uses substance to think and write anymore. Even now, talk of somebody that is quite younger. That one is even excess already. So now this guy now say, yeah, now no problem. He drove him to the bank, paid for the first crack that he used after being sober for a couple of months, and that's how the guy started all over again. And then he now called the father of this boy that your son has gone back again, and back they brought him back. In fact, when this guy came, the one thing I realized is, once people are taking, like, there are some people that they take care of themselves very well, right? So what we need to understand that there are stages to this addiction thing. One thing we need to know is when a person is fully hooked, right? the whole the whole thought about, oh, I need to take care of myself, oh, I need to go to this, all those ones are forgotten because the brain takes, like, the person is just like when you train a child. So the brain has been trained to the substance use. There is absolutely nothing on the surface of this planet you tell this person. This my patient I'm telling you, eh? I had another one said, that one said even if his mother he's falling off the cliff and he's high on this thing, he's not moving an inch because he's intoxicated. In fact, he lost a job that was going to be paying him over 500,000 naira monthly because of this substance. His brother was having a wedding. He was already dressed. He's like, okay, let me just take some time. I'll just chill. That's how he missed the wedding. He was supposed to stand for his brother. So I wanted to share this about substance. Now, one thing that I believe Regina Daniels was taking, to the best of my knowledge, based on experience as well. Another thing is laughing gas. Laughing gas is super duper expensive. You see that molly crack, all those ones are still baby. Molly crack are still, they are still small children. They're still kindergarten. When we talk about laughing gas, when we talk about heroin, when we talk about which one again? Crack. Meth. Meth is even the worst. Meth
Retinol,
is the
retinol.
worst.
Don't forget
Yeah,
retinol.
thank you. Thank you for even including that. Thank you. It's the worst of it all. People who have money can afford all of these things. We have I am telling you, we've had so many like patients. What is this? NEPA, what they call them, Ikeja Electric. One of their relatives, the CEO, one of their relatives came to our facility too. The point is, once they have the money, and however, don't get me wrong, there's another thing. If they don't have the money, I usually tell people one thing about substance users is you can never be smarter than them. The only unfortunate thing about Regina is that she hasn't got to, she hasn't, her developmental milestone wasn't met. When I mean it wasn't met, she has not grown to a certain extent. She might have grown to 19, but you cannot say that at 19, a person has fully, even people at 30 still think like a child. So we cannot say that somebody at 19 has gotten to a point of developmental break, like the person has gotten to a milestone that we can say, oh, this person can think on his own. So when people don't understand it, everybody's blaming the girl. What do we like literally? Because I'm saying it because I myself, I was I was 28 when I told my mom I was going to get married to somebody, and I remember that the person wasn't really like he. How will I put the word? He wasn't so. I don't want to use the word hardworking. I don't want to use the word hardworking because he was working somewhere else as a customer service, right? For me, I used to do like 4 jobs at that time. I would work as a customer service. I was working remotely as a customer service. I was working as a clinical psychologist, and I still had like other 2 jobs that I teach children around. So like I was really working full time, and I remember that I wanted to like make because I believe that there is nothing that would stop a woman from helping a man. That was my belief, right? So I realized that maybe he mentioned he doesn't like this 9 to 5 thing. He wants to hustle with his hand. And then I remember there's a friend of mine that does Uber. I pulled all my strings, called all my friends, called everybody. Please, we need card. This guy. I remember my friend went to my boss, my clinical director in the office, and told my clinical director that you guys going to take loan for a guy. Because I was actually calling. I called my mom, called everybody that please we need loan because we wanted to get a car so he can start doing Uber. And I remember my mother left Ogun State down to Lagos State to say that if you ever marry this guy, I will never come to that wedding. And that's where I wanted to share to people about this Regina Daniels case. There are so many factors playing towards the development of this case and where it has gotten to. Number one, the brother, I saw the brother in one video that he was smoking and she was promoting his music video. And then that popped in my head and said, if the brother is smoking, there's one thing you really need to really know about substance users. Most people that are walking around with substance users that say, "Oh, my friends are smoking, I'm not smoking." That's the highest lie of the century. Now talk of blood. So if the brother is smoking, then perhaps she's smoking. I mean, I don't know the degree, but I know certainly that she's smoking. Now, if we now go to the part where she mentioned on her live, or be on her story that Ned is injecting and all. With this story that I've just told you guys, I certainly believe that there's an element of truth there. It might not be totally true, but there's an element of truth there because anything is possible. We had a patient that came to our facility. The guy was using crack. The mother and father smokes weed. They brought the patient. I actually told they brought the patient. In fact, that patient was supposed to be my patient, but I had to move him because I had to just move him. Now, the patient, I thought the patient was brought to stop the substance totally. No, the parents came to say that they don't want him, that he can continue with the weed. There's no problem with that as cigarette. But you see that crack, they need to stop it. So it was later we now discovered that the mother and father are even using the weed and the cigarette. Now tell me how you have a child, you are mother and father using weed and cigarette, yes, and you have a child, and the child will not go overboard. If your father go 10 miles, you can go 1,000 miles. Now this boy is not just using crack, he's using Colorado. In fact, this one is Obologbo. He used to mix all of them together. Like he mixes the crack and the everything once, you
Sorry, I
know,
want to
and
ask
he
you a question. Are you saying that she said Ned takes it does needles or coke or heroin or what? I didn't get that part that he said.
no, I said that she said he injects her, right?
Oh, he injects her.
And
No,
anybody,
I want to
yes,
ask you
she
a
said
question.
so. She
And you have experience with drug addicts. Have you ever been in a situation whereby drug addicts will tell you the biggest lie in the world? You can be the one helping the person like this, that oh, get yourself clean, and they will tell people that this is the
let me
person
let
that is
me help
giving me
you. Let me
drugs.
answer that question. No, let me answer that question, right? I have a senior colleague, and he has told me several times that anything that comes out of a drug addict, do not ever believe it. Any word that comes out of a drug addict. One thing we need to understand is that our brain and our body were shaped in a way that in a manner that can carry us to certain level. When you use drugs, you've opened portals in your brain. Your brain can think things that you be shocked what you
They
are
will take
thinking.
anything to get out of a situation to go and get that drug. That's one thing I know. They will do
I am telling you,
anything in the world. They can say their mother is dying. I'm
I
telling
said
you.
David Fola, this David Fola, whether Fola, I can't remember the last name, but he mentioned, he said he called all his father's friends, mother's friends, and told them that his mother has kidney problem and her leg is fractured. People started sending money because they believed him based on the reputation that the parents has already built. And it's not just this guy. I have I have so many patients. Like I lose count. I
I
have a
had a
patient now that all
personal
the families.
I had a personal situation that this cousin of mine was a drug addict. He lied that my mom was kidnapped to collect money from people. That is how deep I know this
That's
thing.
because they can go any length. Like look, lying is a piece of cake for a drug addict. However, please hold on. However, there is an element of truth there. I have a patient too, whom the person that introduced him to the drug is his brother. But the brother now got a job in the US Army. So the brother is actually in the US. And obviously, the brother cannot use, like, obviously. So, yeah, that one is settled. The brother stopped. Now, when we're having family session, we usually have family session with our patient and the patient family. were trying to give updates about the patient. The patient was angry. He was angry because the person that carried him and started showing him how to is the brother, and it's the brother that is bringing him to the rehab. And it's the brother that is saying, "Now my brother, he used to smoke. He used to take like 10 in a day. He used to take like clinical. And the boy is like, no, you are the one that be taught me this and you are shouting." So the thing there is, at the end of the day, it's the truth. The brother was one that even taught him. It's just that the brother now is because he's in the US, he can't try all this kind of thing again. The thing there is that aside the fact that they lie, there is a little bit of element of truth. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them would say the truth going on. So that's what I wanted to share. That if we're looking at this thing, if everybody's talking about this Regina case, let's look at it on a two. It's two sided, right? And it's two sided in the terms that she might be saying the truth. It could be that Ned is doing that because of whatever he wants to gain from the relationship or from the abuse. Or it could be that she's just saying it because she wants to gain sympathy. However, there is an element of truth there. Now that we've known that, we now understand that if we look at her development, whether she married at 17 or she got married at 19, the whole point of this whole matter is before a person can get to a point to the point of getting married, the person must have gotten to a neurodevelopmental stage, a successful neurodevelopmental stage. She didn't get there. She did not get there. She was
Only
big,
fear is,
maybe in stature.
only fear is that with the way we are all talking here and everything, I pray she does not overdose and kill herself. We are playing about this thing. Yeah,
You guys,
that
do
girl
you
can
realize that
overdose and kill
It
herself
is you
now.
people that will make her overdose. People like Ayo,
guys,
people like Malam, and people
guys,
like Comrade.
do you realize that in everything she was saying, she has been saying something about
Hold
suicide,
on. Who is
suicide,
measuring
suicide,
the drug
suicide.
and giving to her to give her overdose? Is she giving herself, or is it someone here that is giving to her?
Don't mind Ayo. Is Sabi do what do they call that thing? Is in a panic this thing. Alarmist. Alarmist say we go make her
So
overdose. We
okay.
wait
So
this space.
by the
We
way,
just they discuss on our own.
so by the way, what is she using? What drug
Ayo has
is
the
she using?
ability to convince himself of the things that are not eventually
Eh,
true.
say
He
she
would
go
like
come.
to fit
Ah ah.
everything to drag it
Alarmist
along.
oh.
So
Alarmist. I beg me
so as to,
listen to doctor. I beg.
he
And
doesn't solve
guys,
any problem, Ayo. He only
and guys,
complicates it.
there's something we've
Thank
not
you,
noticed.
Javima. Continue to talk. May we hear
The,
you.
the girl says she has been saying something about being suicidal, and nobody is realizing that aside mental disorders like patients who go through depression, anxiety, and that they want to take away the pain. The pain is just too much for them, and they just feel like, what's the point? For a person to get to the point of being suicidal, the person's judgment is poor. When it
No,
comes,
no. We saw that guy, CNN guy, that was traveling eating food.
sorry, please
He
hold
was
on, please
suicidal.
hold on.
It happened.
Please hold on. When you come to the facility and we're taking initial assessment, we do something called risk management. Risk management is to test your judgment. So we ask you certain questions. The questions mostly are weird to people. So they might wonder, what is this for asking me? Some people even get pissed and say, why are you asking me such a question? But we know what we're checking. We check your orientation to place, time, and person. We check your memory, we check your judgment. We check risk assessment. Risk assessment is places where you've harmed yourself in the past, or times where you've had a suicidal ideation, where you want to you've had a thought, but you've not carried it out. And there's something we need to understand again that people are not getting. There's something called id, ego, and super ego. Id, ego, and super ego are the three variables of our subconsciousness. The id is the pleasure principle. The id is the reason you will see a child say, Mom, I want cupcake, irrespective of the fact that the child is purging, and the child will still scream, I want cupcake, and start throwing tantrums. And the id is also responsible for cases where you see people and say, oh God, I want to kill myself. Because, you know, that's the work of the id. The ego is the intermediator between the id and the super ego, because the ego is the one that has gained. That's why I said, irrespective of the fact that she was either 17 or 19, or even if she was 22, she could not have even developed emotionally and mentally When you come to the facility, we calculate your mental age. There's something called chronological age and mental age. Your mental age determine you can be 50, but you act like a 12-year-old. And that's why you hear people talk about spiritual awakening, spiritual awakening.
Firstly, where is your facility?
It's at Ikeja.
Lagos. Okay. You don't have any
Yes.
in River State. Do you have any in River State?
I'll confirm because we have also at we have in different places, but I'll have to check. I don't really know all the locations. They have in Abuja, they have in Anambra, they have in Port Harcourt.
Okay, yeah, Port Harcourt.
I have to confirm.
River State.
Yes.
Port Harcourt.
Yes,
What's the
I
name?
have to confirm.
What's the name of your
Sign up services.
signer?
Sign up services.
At
Yes.
Mount
Sign up. Sign ups.
Sign ups. Can you spell it?
Yes. SY
SY
NAP NAPSE.
NAPSE. Oh, okay, so
NAPSE.
okay.
Yes, yes. So when we see the ego is responsible for okay, so when you've how do I put this now? When you've gained certain knowledge about experiences in the world, right? Because when we're born, we were born with a mindset with a blank mind called tabula rasa. We only absorb information from our environment through our senses. So it means that if we now look at this from this statement I have made, it means one thing that this young lady started acting at a younger stage. She's different from a very normal, ordinary child that the parents must have gone through certain storms in life and say, oh no, my child must not go through those storms. Now, this lady was exposed to a certain lifestyle from a younger age. Her mindset, her form, her build has been shaped in a different way from the way an ordinary person would think. There are so many underlying factors to this. Now, those things have built our ego. When we say ego, we're saying that the right and wrong. A child will come up and say, Mom, please, I want to go out, right? And mother will say, Are you out of your mind? Will you go back? But if she say, Mom, I'm going out, the mother might say, oh, well, she's, she has a will, a humanistic will to do those things. And they will let her. When you start giving those privileges, you are building up the mindset of that child. I am a teacher aside being a clinical psychologist. And why I moved into teaching is because I have seen a lot about the brain, and a lot of people do not understand it. So when I teach children, I don't just teach them. I don't just teach them. Oh, the normal traditional
I
ways
wanna
of
ask
teaching.
you another question, right? Can a drug addict, like as she has started taking drugs, can she fully recover?
Yes, she can. So what the drugs has done is that so there are certain neurotransmitters in our brain responsible for certain um functions. For instance, if one of us here now, maybe we are waiting for one visa application or we're waiting for one money to drop in our account, and that money drop, we see that we are happy, we are dancing, we are singing. Sometimes the money might have not dropped, but the person has called us and say the money will drop in so time, and we're already excited. Some of us have even planned what we use the money to do. That's the work of the dopamine. Now, the dopamine is called the pleasure principle. However, the dopamine is a very dangerous neurotransmitter because as it is the pleasure principle, it can also be the end of someone. In fact, the dopamine is responsible for schizophrenia and mental disorders. The influx of dopamine is what gives people schizophrenia. That's why you see people are out of touch with reality. They'll be talking, hallucinating, thinking that somebody is talking about them, and all of those persistent psychotic symptoms that they get. However, once she's away from the substance, she might suffer a bit because the brain is like, oh God, this girl has not given me our usual. And once the brain does that, it starts to give her something called withdrawal symptoms. Everybody's withdrawal symptoms are different. I had a patient who he was in Dubai before, and then when he came, he was having severe withdrawal symptoms. That withdrawal symptom was so severe that he wanted to run out, escape from the facility. The nurses we had a very, very rugged nurse there. she just map him like this, gave him sedation so like we see like the guy, I'm sure the guy would have suffered that prayer because as he wake up he's being sedated, he go back to sleep. As he wake up he's being sedated, he go back to sleep. Like he did that for 3 days, his body calmed down. He didn't escape again. He was like, don't worry guys, I will stay, I will stay. So that is one aspect. So what happens is once the body now see that the the drugs is not available and they didn't give in to our withdrawal symptoms, then the body begins to rebuild itself. In some cases, when it is extreme, we see people like some of their neurotransmitters are being destroyed, it's gone. And in some other cases, depending on the metabolism of this individual, it grows again. There are some cases that it is gone because we had a patient who some of its functioning, like its reflexes, he couldn't. He had start having tremors. He will start having tremors in his hands. His eyelids are shaking, and all of those. Sometimes he used to stagger when he started. He used to stagger. He can't walk, on a straight line and all. But as time went on, he started getting better. He stayed for almost a year. He started getting better.
So
He
how much
started putting on weight.
charge? How much does a fast charge?
They don't really release all those details to us. I don't know. It's only the financial, but you could maybe if the admin can share you the details, but I'm not aware of the financial aspect.
Yeah, because
So
it sounds like a good facility. So if anybody is interested, I think they should.
Master Chef, can I say something real quick?
Yeah,
If you don't
yes,
mind.
please.
Yeah. Hi guys. Just been listening to all the conversation. Um, to let you guys know, actually, I work in a correctional institution, and I'm involved in medication-assisted treatment for people with opioid disorder, and I do it every day. So I have patients on fentanyl, heroin, and all that. So the first thing I'd like to say is, with respect to what Ayo said, please don't discount that. If there's anything I'm worried about, it's the overdose. Okay? It's the overdose. And the other thing is the clinical depression. Overdose in the sense that our usual dealers are not around her anymore. Okay? If she seeks for it, she's going to end up with a product she's never used before. Okay? And those products may be laced with something else. And then she wouldn't know how much she used. Or she gets a product that is not as strong as what she used, and she kept using over and over to get a high, and it all peaks at the same time. Remember Michael Jackson. Okay? So let's not discount that at all, at all. Okay? We find situations where after we release a patient from our facility, we find them dead in 48 hours just because they went back to the drugs. And then
Alarmist one,
it's
alarmist
not
two.
alarmist too. I do this thing every day.
No
It's a
alarmist.
treatment.
This is real life shit.
This
You guys
is my
think this thing's a
treatment. This is
joke.
my job. Okay,
Man.
this is my job. And I see
Wait,
it
so
every
now
day.
this alarming now that you're doing,
It's just
what?
point of caution. Okay, we can't say she won't not. That's my biggest fear for her. When I saw her crying on the
That
video
is
the other
my
day,
biggest fear, bro.
that's
She
my
has
biggest
nobody
fear.
around her.
Okay, so
And that is under
And
serious
you know,
she's
see,
under
see, please, my own
pressure.
advice,
So
Hector, my own advice is not, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I'm from the streets. What is happening in Lagos right now? They are lacing crack with
they are
fentanyl.
lacing it, and
If
that's
you know
what's killing
fentanyl,
people. They are racing
fentanyl,
with
a pinch
fentanyl.
of
Nigeria is not
fentanyl
ready for
can
fentanyl.
kill.
Nigeria
It's not
is not ready
they
for
are not ready.
fentanyl.
People will just die. They will
People will just
die
be dying.
anyhow.
What is fentanyl? I bet make una educate us. Na
You just
new
even
drug.
touching
You self go and
fentanyl,
find out.
you
Fentanyl,
pass
is it
out.
not
Touching
horse
it.
tranquilizer?
Ayo, it's fentanyl. Fentanyl.
Yeah,
Is
fentanyl,
it
even
not horse
touching it,
tranquilizer?
you lose consciousness
Touching
touching it.
fentanyl, it can kill yourself.
Touching it. Okay, so
And people are
those are
already
the
taking
things.
it.
Yeah.
People are here in America. They're taking it. I mean, when it first started, I have patients die. Like there was one day that two people who were overdosed. That we have to pick one. The other person died. We can't resuscitate them at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to look at who will still have chance of living. We have two at the same
Regina
time.
is with her mother and possibly her father
So
and family.
situations can happen.
Nah.
Here's the thing. She can recover and she can't recover. She can only recover if she has a will to recover.
And willpower is
Okay,
not
if
so
she has the
gotten
will,
easily.
if she has the will
So
to
the will
recover from the drug use.
is
So
so
how
the
do
will
that?
is when you are not absorbed by the drug, when you're not highly addicted. You may be addicted to a point that
No,
you
no, no. If
cannot by
she's
yourself.
willing
No,
to, if
that's
she's
not
not
it.
doing these blame
Willpower is the
games,
ability
if
to
they,
say
no,
no.
this blame game, this acceptance is not there yet. This whole thing,
Yeah, you're
everybody's
right.
saying she's dissing, she's pointing finger. He's the one doing this. He's the one asking me for this. He has not gotten to that. I mean, we have so much stages of grief. She's not even gotten to the. I mean, she's still in the denial phase, and people can be stuck in denial phase for a long time, and they don't advance. Okay, and that's where the problem comes. Thinking it's somebody else's issue. Okay, as long as you're 17, 18, you're emancipated. Okay, so fine. The will have to be there. The willpower has to be there, and it's not just walking away from it because facility. Now we've now introduced what we called opener from. It's Suboxone now we give to everybody. I hope they can get it in Nigeria. I hope they can get it in Nigeria. Suboxone. That's the medication we use
It
now.
should be there, but it just are you able to pay for it? So it
No,
should
they
be there.
cost too. I mean, people are using GLP-1s in Nigeria. I mean, he's a rich guy, right? He can afford it. People are using GLPs in Nigeria, and it's no more
Yes,
expensive than GLPs.
Esther,
yes,
what
but
does that
for
drug do?
Regina,
Esther, what does that drug?
Regina can pay
The
for it,
drug,
but many other
drug,
people
the
cannot.
drug actually binds with those neurotransmitters in the brain, and so you don't have that cravings anymore. Actually, people stay away from drugs, and people live their normal life on the streets. Suboxone, Suboxona. So Google it. Subox
Okay,
X as in
hold on.
Xona.
You say is what?
Suboxone XUB.
XUBON.
X.
I know.
Once you do
X.
X, yeah, it should pop up. Google
What do
should
you
pop
want
up.
take the medicine do? What do you
No,
I think probably she wants to read about
learning.
it.
No, I'm learning.
No,
No. So
that's
what
the only
happens?
medication available. That's the only
Yeah.
medication available.
So you said.
So
Okay.
what happened is
Oh
basically
wait,
it's a
now Ramsey. Now
controlled drug.
wait. You say it's XUBON what?
X, not N.
Suboxone.
Suboxone.
XUBON what?
S as in Sam, U as in umbrella,
SUBOX.
B,
O
O as
N
in
N.
boy, O as in orange, X as in X-ray, O as in orange, N as in Nancy, E as in Edward. Suboxone.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
So with that medication, it will mimic that, that craving, and then will bind with those neurotransmitters. Actually,
And
people
that
live their
medication,
normal life.
does it have a side effect?
It doesn't have side effect, but it's a strictly controlled medication.
The
Even
side
here in
effect.
America, you have to have a special DEA number
basically
to
it's the
prescribe
same
it.
thing. They just basically
Guys,
still
but
giving you drugs, but
I'm
it's
reading that
controlled to taper you out of it. Mhm.
I'm reading that it has a physical dependence and a potential for misuse too. And I'm
It
also
has a
reading
potential
that
for
this
misuse, but it's better than the drug. People get addicted to it, but trust me, you live a functional life. Actually, we use it to treat chronic pain and opioid use disorder. So people that are having pain that are high on drugs, yeah. So you rather be
but
dependent on that.
I have a question. So you function in the medication department, right? So that means that if the person uses this medication, they can stay away from the drugs. But
Yes.
my question is, I thought the whole point is to make people not get used to drugs anymore. Like they should actually stay away
That's
totally.
not a
Like,
reality, trust me. In this current
No,
age
the
and
first thing is
dispensation, that's not a reality.
life.
excuse me, please, wait,
You
hold
can't.
on. I think there are
So you
different
combine
processes
this with
now.
therapy. You don't just do the drugs alone. You combine with therapy.
Yes, but then
I mean, Ramsey, do you even think anybody can get off of it? I've not seen one.
And you've not
I've seen people over 3 years. There have been people get off Suboxone in 3 years, 5 years.
Okay, 3 years, 5 years. Okay, then maybe that's a long time. But I mean, that's medication that you have to take, like you're taking your diabetics medication. And you have to take it at times multiple times a day.
Yes, but there are some people that they could stay like after immediately they come out of the inpatient detox program, they are good enough. But usually those are
people who are who were addiction was not that much.
Yeah. But in her situation, it has the finances. I think she just have to be well educated about it, and she have to be willing. That cravings will go. A lot of the times the setback is the cravings. And then, boredom, not being able to, because you're so used to it, it actually helps you function. It's interesting to know that actually some people actually do better on drugs. They can function. Alcohol is another big one. Okay, if she's willing to understand the fact that, okay, this, you will still feel the same way you feel, you won't feel down, you won't crash, you still have your normal feel, because that medication actually helps bind those neurotransmitters. They stay preoccupied, the same neurotransmitters the opioids bind to. So those would help. They would help, and I think that's one thing.
Oh,
Even
okay. So
going to
I
rehab and
want to
coming out just
ask,
like that.
I want to ask you something, right? So this medication, for them to use this medication, they have to go to rehab and get clean first, or can they just start popping it?
You have to go to rehab, and then they have to taper it off. Okay, because it doesn't give you that buzz. That euphoria, that buzz of the injection, you won't feel it with these drugs. So a lot of them will just discount it, like, you know what, I'm wasting my time, if you have them manage it. But then being tapered off of, actually, when people come into our place, it's cold turkey anyway. And then within hours, we have people on call, 24 hours a day on call. Within hours of working in, we get them on their Suboxone. Okay, so they have to go through that transition phase within a controlled environment, and then they know how to use it. I mean, the initial, for us, we give them about 10 days. Our withdrawal protocols is like for 10 days. Okay, after the 10 days, people are back to normal, functional, and as long as the medication is on board.
Okay, so the Suboxone, they give them the drug to take home, and they now start medicating themselves.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
All right, so the reason why it really came up is when Ayo was talking about the thing. I was like, oh, and everybody said no. I was like, no, that's the one thing we should be worried about, especially because of the fact that our usual dealers are not around her. And then when she gets a different product that she's not built, she doesn't know that her tolerance level or her threshold. And then it might be late just because, she's iron person, let's give her a very good
talk,
one.
say Paned no be our usual dealer. So now who know they around her? Be Paned be that.
No, the people that trust me, now that she's isolated in one way or the other, she doesn't have access to the normal people. I'm not saying anybody specific, but right now, since she's in a kind of a pseudo-controlled environment, and she's been, eventually she'll probably go back to her husband. Huh?
All these get inside when they speak, they tell them truth. They talk. The guy could just die like foul, because they just need to.
Can get inside. So what we go do now to make her not die?
I don't think she's gonna die. The reason
don't
is,
come.
when I look at her, I don't see the face doesn't look like someone who is on drugs. So that means a little bit control, even though she's addicted. Yeah,
no,
or maybe
Ramsey, that girl is not controlled. She's irrational.
She's controlled. That girl no dey smoke past 2 sticks, 2 jabs of Igbo,
there's
2
two
sticks
types
of
of
Igbo a
drugs.
day.
There's drugs
Girl
for
is
rich
controlled.
people. There's
Person
drugs
wey
for
fresh.
rich people, and
Person
there's
wey
drugs for
fresh.
poor people. Hold on. When rich people take drugs, all the people in Manhattan, all the people in Wall Street, they use drugs.
Bankers.
Okay, they can't function.
Wall Street bankers.
So let me tell you. So that those are rich people drugs. Those are the cocaine.
What is drug to you? Coke and Igbo? Is that drug?
No. Everything is all substance use. But then the question is what type? Crack, okay, heroin, methamphetamine. Those are poor people's drugs. Those are poor people. No, those are poor people's drugs. But if you talk about fentanyl, you talk about cocaine. Those are the rich people, and you would never see that drug, that affect that presentation of being a drug dealer, a user. Trust me, you wouldn't see it on the rich people because what they are using is more refined. So it has the pure ingredient in there that gives them the buzz and the crash, and then they just have to continue to. But the other ones are not so refined, that they have other ingredients. Some even have baking soda in there.
That's what
and then
we're
they have
telling them, that if that girl was taking crack,
physical
we'll
symptoms.
know. From her looks, we'll later know. If she was an addict of crack, we'll start knowing from her looks.
No, crack is no. If she's an addict on the cheap ones, that's what the expensive ones. Trust me, they are fresher.
There's expensive crack, there's cheap crack. I don't
No,
understand.
there's no crack. There's no expensive crack. Crack is crack.
No,
Crack is
but
the
it's like the
Don't
less
mind
refined
the
content
protein,
of
cooking.
cocaine
cocaine.
that they
Guys,
put in
it's
it.
called
Maybe they're cooking with baking
synthetic.
soda and
That
everything
one
now.
is
They're cooking
Then
synthetic
they put
crack
it in baking
now.
soda, but that's why it's called crack.
but
So
the
it's not the
amount of
expensive
cocaine
one.
that they use in cooking it is what I'm trying to say. There's some that they use low level cocaine to cook it, some they use high level cocaine to cook it. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
from my
yeah.
experience, yeah, all these things that we're saying, oh, poor man, rich man, drug no, they respect poor man or rich man. No. Forget that thing. Poor man,
No. What
rich
I'm
man,
saying that is because Mekudi is saying they'll start seeing it. I was like, nah,
no,
not
you
the
won't see.
expensive ones.
I know people that are looking fresh. You see the boy, you want to start, but he's on crack, as in heavy. But I don't know if you get money, if they chop well, if they inside AC, you understand. But this thing is bad. I won't lie to you, man. People are going down for this shit, too. It's not a joke, you know.
Yeah, with I don't know if we've talked about it before. I don't know if you've been on space when I say, hey, I'm afraid for Nigeria with this whole drug. Nigeria is not ready for this.
Nigeria is not ready for
Nigeria is
it.
not ready. We don't even have healthcare, primary care system, regular medical care. Talk about mental health. I'm really, really glad. I really appreciate the lady that came up that worked with that company. More Chris, your elbow. I work with clinical psychologists every day. You guys are lifesavers. And I was just listening to you and you're just ticking the dot. I'm so happy we have a system like that in Nigeria. I'm really, really, with what I've heard from you, this is quality that you've said here. And I really appreciate you guys doing it. Just continue to do it because you guys are the ones who will need in Nigeria.
So the system has always been there, even when you were young. It's just like just like every other system in Nigeria. Sometimes
when we were young, was there
tramadol
tramadol in Nigeria? Was there tramadol in Nigeria? Was there meds in Nigeria?
No. I'm not saying there was tramadol, but the mental health institution hospitals have always been there.
But
and
those
they
are not
have,
for drug use. Those
psychologists.
are for mental, like really mental health disorder, psychoaffective disorder, schizophrenia, bipolar. But we're talking about opioid use, which an average person will be.
What I expect Regina's fans to be telling her is drop the phone and go and get some help. We can do all this when you have help. We can play social media banter. We can insult ourselves when you are alive. Drop the phone and go and get some help. That is what she needs right now from anybody that loves her. But if you're here, say Ned is a Methuselah.
And the back-to-back excuses posting on timeline, I was just shaking my head that, oh my God, this is getting worse. Because you're not, the treatment, even for you to get through the whole treatment, you have to go through that stages of grief.
Because it's possible that this girl is only Igbo she's taking that una come carry her matter table and here. Go better for Paned. Go better if God is supposed to give him
is that a prayer?
Because what you guys talking about?
Everybody they smoke. People they smoke weed now. Like, see,
Did we see her with drugs?
No, hold
this
on.
Man came and tainted her image.
People they use drugs now.
Say we should pray for her. We should pray for her.
Mekudi, people they smoke weed. We no call them down. Like Ayo here, they smoke weed every day. But I don't go say the Ayo they use drugs.
So if you be saying now we this year they smoke. A narcissistic man can't write epistle. Say she's a drug abuser.
Hide down now. They smoke it. Go now. Say now in my state it is legal. No, it is legal to smoke weed in my state.
It's legal to smoke. We don't call it drugs anymore. So that's not drugs.
So what is not drugs? It's legal. Even me when I have something to do.
It is illegal in Nigeria, so that's why Panet says she's a drug addict.
When I have something to do, I don't smoke. You don't see me smoking weed. It's a recreational herb for me. When I don't have anything to do, I'm relaxed now.
Okay, this one are breaking news to me. We need to talk back end.
I'm just saying that. Look, weed itself.
If you're not smoking it,
is not good. Weed, even excessive use
called,
of weed is not good.
What is it called? It's the leaf of healing. So you can use for healing.
Excessive use of weed is not good. You will not be productive. But yes,
actually, we have THC in many formulations now. We have the tincture, which is the liquid. We have the gummies. We have the tea. We have different formulations. So even if
you go with cocaine and crack, leave it go alone. Don't leave it go. Make it go there.
The fear is they will start lacing it with fentanyl. That's my biggest fear. And that's how they started in the US. They start lacing it before they are going to full force.
You do cocktail with drink. Why don't you do cocktail with the other that substance? You have to do cocktail as well, but be careful. Don't take it if it's cocktail. Always ask if you're going to a party. Otherwise, you wake up in the other, for second judgment.
But I
My
think
own
what
be
people
say,
need to
make
do
I
is
just tell Regina, make she go rehab.
people not see your people shouldn't just be taking sides as in, oh, who did this, who did that. I think what people can, social media can help her, because I believe that she's been on social media and she's watching the trend.
That's
The
if
other day she's
our
crying,
fans
and
are
she's
telling her
crying
the
because of
truth
what people
now.
are saying.
If they're
Because
telling
of
her
what
the
people are
truth,
saying.
if they're
So
telling her the truth,
if people can tell her to, okay, oh, it's not the end of the world, seek treatment. If there's a uniform voice, I think she would listen.
She would succumb.
If there's a uniform, so we are not actually
That's the
helping.
only thing she needs now. She needs to go back, because all these things she's doing probably
Also,
for
have you seen
custody.
that video that she made that she was talking, that she was saying type shit? Like, you've seen the video, right?
Yeah, I've seen the video. Yeah.
Okay. With that video, do you think she's under the influence of drugs? Like, looking at her as an expert.
No, she's in a downtime that time though. Okay, she's
So
in
you
a
think
down.
she was not under any like influence of anything?
No, she's not. But my biggest the thing is, she's feeding into social media. And then her response is based on what she's saying. I think so. If people actually means well for her, all they have to say is just help her. Like, okay, fine, you've done it. What do we do? Okay, let's move forward. Let's not start making, pointing blames and whatever. And the question is between her and her husband. If she knows that, okay, she won't be that kind of person to the husband anymore, because she's trying to, satisfy him. Maybe that's why she's doing it. She feel like, oh, I got the secret. Okay, but then now, if it's not going to work anymore, I mean, things, they might not be compatible anymore. But then if she destroys her life, the people will move on. We've seen situations like that. Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. The world is a crazy place. That's one thing I know. It's a very crazy place.
Go
Like
better
that
for
girl.
Paned. I go.
Man, I tell the girl, make she leave all this thing. Make she go find her. Make she first go relax first. Make she go get herself together. Later, you can come and be doing dragging Paned. Paned is a useless man. Is this, is that. Yeah, that's all about the girl, Sha. She's a mother. She has kids. She doesn't want her kids to grow up without a mother, man. She needs to do what she needs to do.
You smoke Igbo, she smoke Igbo. What's wrong in that? I don't want turn her to drug addict. I don't tire for her now.
Now people like you, they push out. Now people like you are
Say
the
no to Igbo. Igbo is not good.
Say no to Igbo. Don't smoke it. If you ain't no carry, no go touch her more.
The fight when she won't fight now, she no feel win that fight, no matter how she do it, because the more she's going down, being depressed, the more she they take whatever she's taking to get high.
Hey God,
her
Paned has
bloodstream.
really tainted her image. Oh God.
Ned go just need to wait for her. For course, Ned go say let them do.
She don't get the image. When she talk say beat her, she don't get the image.
Like, was it also Paned that introduced his own brother? Her brother was it Paned that introduced the guy to drugs also, because the
They
guy
go talk say Paned they knock her brother. Say Paned na gay self.
They want Paned na introduce the guy to drugs too. The guy girlfriend too na Paned na introduce him to drugs too.
I've had a lot of people online say people in the entertainment industry use a lot of drugs, and she grew up in the entertainment industry. So maybe when she started.
If I tell you the people that take drugs in the Nigerian entertainment industry, it will shock you. A lot of them do, but it's just on the we know
even
them.
somebody was saying it on space. I was listening to it. Even the Christian artists, gospel artists,
I've seen your
gospel
popular
artists are using drugs.
Yeah, I've seen a popular entertainer. A popular wait, let me land first now. A popular entertainer that you people love, that you still watch on TV today, was taking crack, and he was on the ground, on his knees, looking for the crack that dropped on the floor. But when you see this person on TV, you love that person. That is how deep what drugs can do to people. Just to let you know.
Yeah, what is the name? Don't say full name, but just
why would I say? Why would I say? I know they say anybody.
The reason why I brought that up is the fact that since people are saying no, is the husband that brought her to it. Actually, I beg to disagree on that, because she grew up in the entertainment industry. She might just be using it to, be able to stay awake, engage in all those acting, whatever. But then she now realized that when she uses, she's now active, more active, and the husband is liking her. Okay, so they can't actually, because the husband picked her up in that industry too, so they can't actually say he's the one. But then now is now the mother of his children. At times, even when we were young, we used to club, do a lot of things. It gets to a certain day where you're like, you know what? You don't want a lot of things around you anymore. So maybe it's getting a turn. And I know what, we don't deal with those things. You know what? You need to now become a house responsible person. But she's out there already. So the whole situation where they said,
there are
"Oh,
some
it's the
people that
husband
are
that
not.
that's false." Yeah,
Some people are not
the husband
sexually
is the one
active.
that made
I've
that.
seen some girls that are not sexually active, like even in their normal sense, when it comes to sex, they're not really into sex. They need that edge to get them actually in the mood. Like, see, human psychology is crazy. Like the way the brain works is out of this world. It's a machine. I don't know how God created the brain machine, but it's one of the greatest machines that God has created. Yeah. But some people, if they don't take that drug, they might not even be in the mood to want to have sex or want to do anything or even want to socialize with people. But once they're on that drug or something, they become more active, or some of them become more, away from people and everything. So everybody's having that problem. Even food. I always say food is an addiction. Some people can't stop eating. They just can't stop eating. It's just what it is. Everybody has their battle that they are facing.
That one is still good. That one is still good.
Food
is thank
good.
you, God first,
Food
daughter.
good.
Thank you guys for what you're doing. I mean, more grace to you guys. Help. If you need sponsors, Ayo is there. Can sponsor. Ayo can be the face of your company. Bring your boss on timeline. He can host posts, spaces about drug use, drug abuse. Ayo can be a very useful, content creator for you guys. Okay.
One of the person that I like is Pastor Rappo. If you know Pastor Rappo, that guy has really done a lot when it comes to drug abuse and everything. That guy has really, that guy is an angel.
And Ayo, the best food and drink to come off drug. You know the best food and drink to come off drug
is Gary.
No, it's gala malt. Gala malt. Don't forget, it's gala malt. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys later.
The one that they check
Next day we go talk.
The one that they check in
And they look for supplier for gala malt to 2027. They come. Wholesale suppliers. Wholesale supplier 2027. They come. Send the quotes.
I did close to Ojota where they do gala. I did.
Okay, then let's send the quotes. You have enough for 220 million people. You go free supply for 220 million. All right.
This guy won't change this place to political space now. We're not there ready for that. Now the Regina gets this space today.
Yeah, they beat in a black blue yesterday. They won't come, they do Regina space today. Will they watch you? If they want Renzi, and they watch you.
Anyway, guys, Ada, are you back? Ada. God first, thank you so much for really educated us today. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. We'll see you people tomorrow. Thank you. Mekudi, thank you, Ayo, everybody. Stay. Thank you.
La la la